I like it. Oh, everybody knows that music. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to put the music back on. There we go. We're back. Pro streamer right here. How y'all doing? Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Yeah. Oh, we're about to go. Oh, I got to load a game. The one that says May. Oh, crap. What do we load when it's June? I guess that means we got to win before June, right? Uh-oh. There's a ship right there. What's our mission? What do we got to do? I don't even know. That's not mission orders. This is mission orders. Okay, our mission today is to sink an amphibious landing task force. Yeah, that means missiles and explosions. Let's bring this up. Oh. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. What happened here? I'm God. Oh no. Uh-oh. My software has forsaken me. Ah, Jive's back. Okay, hey, as long as Jives works, we're gonna be fine. All right, let's undo that. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Oh, okay, it's working now. It's working. Okay, little hiccup here. Oh, hey, I'm back. Webcam's back. Yay! Oh, look at that. I fixed it. Welcome to the troubleshooting stream with Jive. I'll teach you how to be a streamer. Don't do what I do. That's our motto. We'll put that in hashtag form. We'll sell that on t-shirts. Yeah. Pro streamer. Looking good. We're all set. All right, let's go. Let's wreck some fools. Black horse on a moonless night. I don't even know what that means, sir. But I assume you know what you're talking about. Because that's how I got through on life this far. Let's go here. We got a bunch of weapons. That's what I was just checking there. And I got to find that ship. Where's that ship going? There he is. Here he comes. Yes. 5 knots periscope depth. You know what that means? It's shooting time. Okay. So let's bring this up again. So what do we want to do? We have 11 torpedoes. And we have 7 missiles. We have no decoys. So do you know what I think that means? Is we launch torpedoes. Let's launch a wave of like 5 torpedoes. Yeah. So oh, there we go. We got 5 already loaded. And we got a missile there just for a good measure. Okay. 5 might be too much. They're bearing north. So we're going to get down here. We're
our new rig ship for ultra quiet.
We're going to classify them. That was a little loud in my headphones. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So this is going to be a torpedo attack.
Con sonar new contact bearing 014 designated.
Which means I'm just
0,
going to start
2.
ingesting water into the variable ballast. We're going to start
Con
sinking
sonar
out.
new contact bearing 359 designated Sierra 3.
There is no layer today. No
Con
layer.
sonar new contact bearing 358 designated Sierra 4.
We're going to start ripping through these contacts here. Start
Con
lining them
sonar
up.
passing 100 feet. Con sonar
we
Sierra
got Luda.
1 is classified as escort.
Galuda. Shit. Get on the boat, please. What the hell? Submarine. Thank you. It's been a minute since I played this game, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Passing 200 feet.
That was close. That was real close. This is a weird one. Oh, this is one of the landing ships. Aha! We found him. We found him, boys. Oh, that's
Con
Bluebell.
sonar Sierra 3 is classified as biologic. Passing 300 feet.
Yay! Keep going down. Aha!
Con sonar
Stern
Sierra
trawler.
5 is classified as merchant.
Sierra 4. What's he gonna be? This is not the big fleet after all.
Con sonar.
A little tiny little fleet.
4 is classified as merchant.
All right, so we're at a really good angle for this active.
400 feet.
You know what we could do? We could just literally shoot 2 weapons and take this guy out. Okay. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to shoot 2 weapons, take this guy out. So we got Zhang Hu and Lu Da. They're both coming down on us, both pinging. We're going to go firing point procedures on Sierra 2, bearing 018. Run to enables 5,500 yards. Ship safety is fence. Weapons ready. Ships ready. Shoot
Passing
tube.
500 feet.
Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 4.
Or that one. Shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 1.
Or that one either. Okay. Listen, you guys just shoot whatever tube's ready, okay? Let the captain do his number thing for the audience. Thank you. Have a nice day. I think the crew's in rebellion today. They're like, we shoot what we want to shoot. I'm like, okay, I say what I want to say. We have an agreement. That's how we work. That's how we work well together. Me and the crew.
Passing 600 feet.
Rosie's here. Alonzo is here. How you guys doing? Try not to pick at a SCAR, but have you actually sank anything with the VA? With Mark 48s, yes. It's not a SCAR. It's fine. Yeah. All of our videos are on Sonar and Steel for the whole stream replay, and we have tons of them for Modern Naval
Passing
Warfare
700 feet.
over on the Jive Turkey channel. And we've sank a number of things with torpedoes. Yep. And I begin recording tutorials right after the stream. So people are getting antsy about tutorials. They want to know how to do the things.
Passing 800 feet.
I had to learn how to do the things myself before I made the tutorial, so that's how that works, you see. So we are going deep. There's no layer, so I'm
Passing
going
900 feet.
get down to like 1,000 feet or something. Down here. People are piling in. So next Wednesday, I have an appointment, so I may not be able to do a stream.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I may have to do it early, or I'll just cancel it. I don't know. Sometimes things get in the way. It's Wet Waiters Wednesday. Yeah. Bring your galoshes, because we're gonna galosh at 1,000 feet. We're about 1,100 feet right now, going down. Trying to be super sneaky. All right, this guy's about to light off. Yeah. CR2's in for a surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Wow. We judged that one really
fire
good.
Control, weapon acquired.
We judged both of those really good. Yeah. Oh, look at me. Yeah. Pro streamer right here. Showing you how to do it. Question chat says, are some ship classes or individual ships that would have more prestige to serve on as a sailor? Well, in the submarine force, my only choices when I was in was 688 or Ohio class. I didn't have Seawolf or Virginia until like the second half of my career. So not really.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
In a Navy where you have choices, I imagine there must be. But in the submarine force,
fire control, weapon
there essentially was no
lost
choice.
Contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 016. Contact breaking up.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I mean, now you got
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Virginia
341.
688 still, Ohio class, and Seawolf. You can even throw in the SSGNs in there, even though those are Ohio
Con,
class.
fire control,
They have a different
weapon
mission.
acquired.
So sailors today have more choices
Con,
than I
fire
had.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
But as far as prestige goes, the prestige really comes in wearing the Dolphins and qualifying submarines.
Con, fire control, weapon
And
acquired.
just letting everyone know that you know how to operate a very complex machine. No matter if it doesn't matter if it's the cook or the nuke running the reactor, everybody knows how the systems connect together if they're wearing dolphins. Like, I could line up the diesel
Con sonar.
to
Noise
ventilate
maker bearing 3.
as a
3,
sonarman.
8.
There's no way in hell the A-gangers would ever let me do it in real life. But at least I know where the valves are, and I know where the procedure is, and I can read. You know. So it's things like that. That's the
Con, fire
procedure
control, weapon acquired.
in submarines. Yeah, on our 688 we had a Fairbanks Morris diesel engine. It had something crazy like 16 cylinders, I think. It was a huge engine. Uh-oh. Well, that whale's toast. Let's save a whale today. I know,
Con
I know.
sonar. Noise
You
maker
guys are like,
bearing
no, we
3,
must
2,
feed.
9.
We will, we'll feed. Krusty Krab will get his meat, don't you worry. But we gotta kill this Luda first. Oh.
Con, torpedo room.
Somebody
2-4 ready.
says, have you seen the upcoming changes to Sea Power? I have not. I've been woefully neglect on Sea Power. My attention has been very focused on something else. So Triassic live streamed some of the new features a couple days ago. Okay.
Con sonar. Noise maker bearing
Luda
3, 2,
got
8.
blasted. Show did. Yeah, whales are spies. That's right, Alonzo. Whales are spies. All right. Well, yay us. We did it. Probably the fastest mission ever. We're just going to collect some points. Uh-oh. Points are what wins the game. So sink ship, get points. That's how we do. This is a submarine encounter, 10,000 yards. To the southwest, 247. Let's
On
do
sonar,
this.
new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's rig ship for ultra quiet, see who he is. Let's bring up sonar here.
Con
going.
sonar, new contact bearing 2, 6, 8. Designated Sierra 2.
Pretty easy day in sonar. Just hit the things.
Con sonar.
It's a Han.
Sierra 1 is classified as
Commence your
submerged
Star
submarine.
Wars jokes, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Han. You know you want to. You want to say it. You want to say the words. Oh, what's that?
Con sonar.
A stern
Sierra
trawler?
2 is classified as
How's
merchant.
that even possible? Oh my word. Stern trawler. Well, since we're going up against a submarine, suppose we ought to go deep. Let's get a little 10 degrees down. Do we have a layer this time so we can play around with this guy? Nope, no layer. Lady says, hold up. I say sink ships, drink coffee, and commit war crimes. Lady, look, Rosie, how? I'm shocked. You're supposed to hold up the standards of Subbrief. You were the chosen one. Oh no, she's fallen to the
Passing
darkness.
100 feet.
Yes. All right. Hawk says, Jive, did you get a chance to check out Modern Naval Warfare? Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Looks like a good successor to this game. Okay, I'll take a look at it. All right. Got a couple minutes of data on him, Baron 248. Let's come to the south and see what we got.
Come left to 181. Helm I.
Sam, Ken, how's it going? I know you were, Rosie. I'm joking. Hey, Rosie, how do you like the server? Is it good?
Passing 200 feet.
She's on our community server more than anybody else, so I kind of use Rosie as the judge, the referee, the benchmark. That's probably not nice to say. I choose you as you're the creative. That's not a good word either. What's a good word for this? You're the homemaker of Zombieville. That's what you are. So we refreshed our zombie server for 7 Days to Die over on the Discord page. So if you guys like 7 Days to Die, we have a really good server for you.
Passing 300
I'm
feet.
glad to see people using it. We also have an Enshrouded server, but nobody ever gets on that one. So I'm trying to find a game that people like besides 7 Days to Die. You know, I only have a 7 Days to Die server because that's my favorite game to play with multiplayer, right? But lately I won't have any time for that for a little while.
Helm, steady course.
Maybe next week. Oh, you haven't been on it yet? I saw someone on it last night. All right, so someone's beat you to it. Somebody's already gone through day 1 then.
Passing 400 feet.
Yeah. I don't know how long they were on it. I have no idea. All right, thank you, Tallow. Oh, it might have been Mr. Lomax. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see him playing it. I haven't played games with him like in forever, so you know, I want to get back on with people I know. I've invited the other standard crew, like Legal Legend, you know him, and who's the other guy? Oh my gosh, he likes railroad
Passing 500
trains. Ninja. Yeah. All right, here we go. There's the Han. Let's go ahead 2/3. Let's go ahead and speed up here. Let's go ahead and level off.
Turns for 1, 0.
We have a really good solution on him. We're on a really good course. He's at a great range to shoot. 6,000 yards is what you want to be. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. We're ahead 2/3. I think we're ready. Are we steady? Yeah, we're pretty steady. All right, let's go fire point procedures on the Han. Bearing 261. Run to enable is going to be 3,200 yards. Ship safety is fence. Weapons ready. The ship is ready. Sonar is ready. The captain's hard. Shoot tube 1.
Come right to.
Or do that.
6,
Or do
2,
that. I was just
helm
testing you.
high.
Shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 1.
Or that one too. Like I said, they're going to shoot whatever tube they want to shoot today. It's fine. That was just a test. Good job. Good job passing the test.
Turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Hey, Nate, how's it going? He says, I have followed your Subbrief channel for a while. Big fan. Good to find you stream as well. Yeah, the streams you'll find are very chill. We just have fun here. And it's very different than the Subbrief side, but
Sonar, Sierra 2
I'm a man of many passions. I started out doing streams and this type of stuff originally, just because it was very cathartic for me to get that energy out. And then Subbrief came along in 2019, as you probably know if you've been around that long. So we've been doing Subbrief for 7 years, but we've been doing this for about 8. We started in 2018 or 2017. We started in 2017. So we've been doing this for 9 years. Holy smokes! Is next year our next year's our 10-year anniversary for the Jive Turkey channel? Holy smokes! What are we gonna do for 10 years? Well, we played video games for 10 years. So we gotta do something else. Yeah. Subbrief is when he talks about war crimes. Jive Turkey is when he commits them. You are
Con, fire
so
control, weapon acquired.
right. That's exactly what it is. Yes. Yeah, the Subbrief idea came. I forget the original idea. I know the first one we did though was the lecture on the Collins class, which was the Australian submarine. And for the life of me, I can't remember why that became a thing. But that one lecture was so popular, it created its own YouTube channel and Patreon. Or, well, the Patreon became that. The Patreon originally was the Jive Turkey Patreon, but after we moved to Michigan, I had to rebrand the Patreon because we couldn't make Jive Turkey content. We had no internet. Yeah, I couldn't stream. So that's really why that changed, if anyone's ever wondering. But originally, the Patreon was the same crowd that you see now. And they've been with us the whole time. And just to let you know, for you Patreon and YouTube members out there, the next lecture is almost done being written.
Noisemaker bearing.
So
2,
once that's
8,
done,
4.
and I might get it this weekend, so I'm bringing it up, I'll start processing it. I am still looking for someone to read the script
Con,
into the
fire control,
microphone,
weapon acquired.
but you guys have let me know that you want me to keep doing that, so I suppose I can, and I should, but it takes a lot of time.
Con sonar
Explosions!
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing
Condon's
2,
dead
8,
chance.
8. Contact breaking up.
Even though we shot it this way over there. I tell you what, after playing Modern Naval Warfare for 2 weeks, this game is, it's like bashing blocks together, you know? It's still fun, I love it, but I'm sitting here, I'm a high school senior in a kindergarten playground going, what am I doing? You know, but I will always love this game
Come
because
right to
this
5,
game
4,
is what
LI.
began everything for me as the Drive Turkey brand and the streaming. It was this game. So we'll always play Cold Waters no matter what. And the guys that made Cold Waters made Sea Power. So we'll always have that too, just as a nod to them. And then Modern Naval Warfare is the future, for sure.
Con, helm, steady
Sorry,
course.
Tallohawk, I was messing with you. Tallohawk was like, he has played it. He fooled me. Welcome to my channel. Sometimes I get a little wild. You figured, okay, yeah. See, he was on to me the whole time. He was on to me. Yeah, I may mess with you guys, but I'll always let you off the hook at the end. I won't let you go home thinking something not true, like I haven't played the game. That's whenever a prank becomes a lie if you don't do that. You gotta tell them the truth eventually. What we're doing now is we're waiting on this weapon to get outside 10,000 so we can go to the next mission. I really want to make progress on the Chinese campaign today. And by doing that, we're going to go through as many missions as we can in the time that I have. Nade says, question, I was a Marine aviator. Oh, well, wow. That's, okay. Someone was asking about prestige. That's prestige. Because the Marine aviator isn't just highly trained and skilled. They often don't have the best equipment because the Navy has...
torpedo room, 2-1
I don't know if it's priority, but they seem to get the equipment first for whatever reason. And then the Marine aviator's job is to support the Marines on the beach, on the ground. That's so that's a whole category by itself. But he says, so I picked DCS World Apart, still enjoying it. Is Modern Naval Warfare similar to me in subs? So far it is. And I've picked it apart a lot. And the problem is that unlike DCS, it doesn't have years of updates and history yet, just getting started. And so I feel as if I'll be able to not pick it apart, but critique it, and hopefully they'll take some of our comments along the way. Because there's some sub-vets, like Dr. Dystopia, who has a YouTube channel. I think he has a streaming channel too, and he is the chief beta tester for Modern Naval Warfare. And he was is a submarine veteran. So people like him will have huge impacts on the development of the game. And we'll see how they do. I know DCS is kind of notorious. I've been informed. I didn't know this, honestly, until like a month ago. DCS has a reputation of not finishing modules, like the F-15, the F-16. They constantly get upgraded, but they're never completely done or working right. I hope we don't fall into that with Modern Naval Warfare. I really do. Want to see this... I want to see this game succeed, and because they're focusing on one class of submarine right now, I hope they get it right and get it finished before they do another
Con
one.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 292.
And we'll see. We'll see if they do. Anyway, great to have Marine in the chat, man. Love you guys. I'm a jokester. I am a jokester. That's true. Nader says the Legacy Hornet and the Harrier Driver. Oh. Yeah, you've done both. Those are wildly different planes, obviously. You know that. But to learn both is like learning two different skill sets. Like trying to drive essentially a sports car, and then the other one would be like a U-Haul truck in terms of... well, that's how I see it. You can tell us your own opinion, but not having ever touched either one of those in real life, that's what they seem to be like. You know?
Con sonar new contact.
Rig
New
ship for ultra quiet.
contact. Ooh, I hear a close contact.
Con
bet-
sonar new contact bearing 301.
301. I bet you if I look
Designated
301, I see somebody close. So let's
Con sonar new contact
raise the
bearing
periscope.
327. Designated
Make depth 4 feet, dive by.
301, 327, this
Con
direction.
sonar new contact bearing 295.
a
Designated
lot.
Sierra 4.
Con, dive at 4 feet, dive by.
All right, raising it up. Oh my gosh.
Con sonar new contact.
I see
bearing
shadows on the
3,
horizon. Oh my
0,
god, that's the
8.
fleet down.
Down scope.
All right, we found the fleet. We're going to stick to the plan of shooting
Con sonar new contact.
our 5
bearing
torpedoes.
3, 0, 4. Designated Sierra 8.
I've classified the fleet.
Con
I have the
sonar new
boundaries.
contact bearing 3, 2,
So-
3. Designated Sierra 9.
We're going to go firing point procedures. I intend on firing 5
Con
weapons.
sonar new contact
It's
bearing
beginning with
3,
tube
4, 2. Designated Sierra 1,
Tube
0.
Tube 5. Oh my god. Okay, firing point procedures on Sierra 4. Bearing 289. Run to enable 6,400 yards. Weapons ready, ships ready. Ship safety is fence. Shoot tube 5.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
All right. Shoot tube 6 on Sierra 10's bearing 338.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
Shoot tube 4 bearing 308.
Shoot tube 5. Aye,
Oh,
sir.
that's- oh, I see how that goes now. Okay, 5. So this would be tube 4. Shoot tube 4 bearing 299.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Shoot tube 1, tube 2 bearing 344.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
How does that work? Okay. The numbers are all messed up. That's fine. All right. Torpedo evasion. Post launch all tubes. We're going to cut wires on all weapons. Oh, wow. Are we out of torpedoes? Oh, no. Okay, we have 3 torpedoes
Passing
remaining and a
100 feet.
couple... Just have a couple of missiles. We're almost out of ammo, guys. I should have filled that gap with a weapon. I thought I had more separation between these
Passing
two.
200 feet.
So you have 2 types of separation on shots. You have range and you have bearing. I got a pretty even bearing spread. This one here is going to go much farther than the 2 around it. That's what I mean by range spread. So it's like an arrowhead or a
Passing
wedge.
300 feet.
These two, I think I might have shot these two
Con,
too close
torpedo
together.
room, Tube 1 ready.
There's a good chance that they both go into the same target. If I had lots of torpedoes, I would just snapshot one down
Passing
into here to fill the
400 feet.
void. But we're really low on weapons, and we have no countermeasures. Or no mobile countermeasures, so... Yep. Okay. August is here. He says, would you ever
Passing
retro
500
stream
feet.
an old sub game? No, because I can't get them to work. Yeah. 688i, the old SSN21. I can't get any of those
Passing
dumb
600 feet.
video games to work on my PC anymore. And it's really too bad because 1996 to 1999, that 3 to 4 year period, just before 2000s,
Con, torpedo
a lot
room,
of really
two
good
passing
military
700
sims
feet.
came out. Jane's, the company that makes fighting ships books and magazine, they were making video game simulations.
Make
Like
turns
really high quality
1,
stuff for the time.
0, knots.
All those games are still
Maneuvering
around, but none of them work on Windows.
Con
and they're
sonar
Windows
lost
games.
contact. Master
So-
1. Last bearing 3, 0, 9. Contact faded.
It's just a shame.
Make
Damn
turns
shame.
for 1, 5 knots.
What's our
Maneuvering
depth?
eye.
700 feet? Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 3, 2, 0. Contact faded. Make turns for 2, 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
All right, so we got 7,000
Con
yards.
maneuvering. Making turns for 2, 0 knots.
It's 7 plus 6. 13. Sierra 9's right about there then. This weapon has a 6,000 yard motor on it. It
Con
launches a
sonar
rocket motor.
lost contact. Master 2.
Same as-
Last bearing
well, that's my
2,
weapon.
8, 6. Contact faded.
All right, we're loading a bunch of missiles now. Once we figure out how much damage we've done with our first salvo, we'll do a reattack with some missiles. I have twice as many missiles as I have torpedoes at this
Con,
point.
torpedo room, Tube 5 ready.
I've considered buying old PC hardware and an old Windows license, like on an old CD-ROM, and just run like a Windows 98 PC. to play those games, but I don't know how I would stream that. I would have to capture like the video coming out of the video card into a capture device.
Sonar
It
regained
would be very
contact
complicated.
on Master 3, bearing 3-1.
That's
3.
something for whenever I'm like bored and retired. I may do something like that, but not now. With modern naval warfare coming out, that's going to consume me. I mean, in terms of time.
Lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 2-9-1. Contact faded.
All right, so that torpedo locked onto a target. This one's searching for a target around this noisemaker, and then this one's gone dumb.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
I shot
bearing
2 to the
8,
north,
3.
assuming that Victor 6 and the rest of the fleet would evade north, because my initial course had them going to the south. They usually just turn around 180. But if they don't flee back to the north in front of that weapon, it won't see anybody. And unfortunately, I shot 2 of them kind of in the same area. So if I miss that one, I'll probably miss with that one. Oh, we're about to get a hit right here. Sounds like it. All right, let's head back north again.
Come left 2. 3,
I don't want to
5,
open too
7,
much
L,
range.
I.
If they're
Con
going to flee
sonar
to the
regained
west,
contact on
we're going to have to
Master
run to the
2,
west. And we're
bearing
running
2, 8,
a
0.
diesel submarine. I forgot about this. I got to run the... All right, we're going to subtract 5 minutes from my battery time because I forgot to do the stopwatch. So right now, I'm just going to assume we have 40 minutes of battery life
Steady
at,
course.
at these higher speeds. Yeah, this is a fictional... What if the United States built a conventionally powered submarine using today's technology and Japan's energy cells? And that's where I got the 45 minutes from, was Japan's new submarine has energy cells that, at a flank bell going very fast, 30-some knots, can last about 45 minutes.
Con
It's enough
sonar
to
lost contact.
evade an
Master
engagement,
3, last
dodge a
bearing
weapon.
3-0-2. Contact breaking up.
All right, so we got a couple hits there. Hopefully this guy gets a hit. This guy might hit Master 2 again. It's possible. Okay. Nader says hats. That's the better CW mod.
Con sonar regained contact.
Oh, I don't
on
judge them.
Sierra
They're
4,
different.
bearing
Epic
2,
and
8,
Dot Mod are
0.
just 2 different mods for the same game. I play Playable Subs mod, which is a modified version, I believe,
Con
of the Epic
sonar
mod.
lost contact. Sierra 1,
But
0.
that
last
doesn't make the
bearing
Dot Mod
3, 2, 3.
bad.
Contact breaking
Hey, we
up.
did get Sierra 10. We're probably going to double tap him because the second weapons went the same direction. So it is time to go shallow and conduct a missile strike. Let's compare scope depth.
Make depth 4 feet, dive I.
So I'll show you the weapon loadout. This is what I was reloading while we were evading. Is I have 3 torpedoes, and those are our last torpedoes. We don't have any more. And then I have 3 harpoon. Well, I got 2 harpoons and a anti-ship Tomahawk. Okay. We still have to get back to Okinawa to reload too. So I don't want to shoot all my torpedoes. We're going to need at least one of those if we get ambushed on the way home. Otherwise, we're just going to be running.
Noisemaker bearing
Ooh.
2-7-8.
We got another one. Okay. We shot 5 weapons and got
Con sonar.
4
we are
kills. That's
cavitating.
pretty good. Uh-oh. Wasn't paying attention to the speed.
5. Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
A little burst of cavitation there. Hopefully everybody's running so fast and so distracted by the attack, they're not paying attention to that little burst of cavitation. Otherwise, they will...
Con sonar regained
Know where I'm at.
contact on Master 1, bearing 3-0-0.
Do you get credit for these
Con
symptoms
sonar regained
that aren't
contact
identified
on
first?
Master 5,
I
bearing
don't know,
2-8-2.
but I will identify them. I identified the fleet.
Maneuvering.
So-
Making turns for 5 knots.
So I know it appears as if I didn't identify them, but once I saw the U-Ting, I knew I had the fleet. That's a troop carrier. And then the Luhu was his escort, and these were all clumped together in a fleet formation. That's what I classified.
Regained contact on
That's what's going in the report.
9, bearing 3-0-4.
Upscope.
Does the game know that? No. So we'll find out at the end. Oh shit. Okay, he's gonna come back and bomb us. We gotta be quick here. Raise radar
Raise
mast.
the radar mast.
I have no visual contacts. Down.
Downscope.
Firing point procedures on radar bearings.
Con sonar Master 5 is classified as merchant.
Shoot 2-6. Aye,
All right,
sir.
emergency deep.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
That's my Mark III right there.
Passing 100 feet.
They are evading to the west, is what we learned.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar lost
We're gonna go get 'em.
Master.
Passing 300 feet.
Con helm, steady course.
Passing 400
Somkin
feet.
asks if Canada's buying subs. I know they're not building them, so I think they are buying them.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 308.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 6, last bearing 287. Contact breaking up.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
Shit.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con.
Passing 300 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
No problem.
Passing 700 feet.
Come left to 278. Helm aye. Con helm.
Passing 900 feet.
Come right to 283. Helm aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Con helm, steady
You just
course.
verified my countermeasure. Yeah, easy day. It's gonna get us. That's right, Matty D. Hope you brought your floaties. I didn't want to keep driving north because of that guy. Yeah, okay, he did bring them. There they are. For science, yeah. Can we share a lifeboat together? These are one-man rafts, and that for submarine we can hot raft. Which means it's 2 men to a raft. Or one couple, you know what I'm saying? One couple. Yeah. Listen. If we gotta get close, we're gonna get close. This is why I have a ton of respect for all of the women that volunteer for submarine service, because our body sense of humor is pretty sexist, but it's meant jokingly, of course. And if they can deal with that, which apparently a lot of them can, because we have a lot in the submarine force now, that is a fun environment to work in. So I'm glad they have cool people like that volunteering for subs now. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. I was like, I don't know if a woman could handle this in terms of the hazing and all the jokes that we tell. But you know what?
Con, knuckle formed.
Apparently they're good. I was like, that's awesome. I
Passing
absolutely
800
love that
feet.
about them. And, well, welcome
Passing
to it, because now we
700
have
feet.
twice the manpower available for
Passing 600 feet.
submarines that we had whenever I was in.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 400
And I've met
feet.
some waitresses
Passing
and
300
barmaids across the
Passing 200
seas,
feet.
in Europe especially, where they have more of a body sense of humor than we have. Oh my God! Stop it! You're a bad man, Mr. Airplane. He's trying to bomb us. I'm telling my story. I'm trying to tell my stories over here.
Come right to 280. Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
So yeah, that's cool. Since they've integrated the crews on American subs, I haven't like been down to a sub to talk to the crews, so I don't know, you know, what it's like. But I imagine it's pretty cool that that's no longer like a stigma.
Come right to 281. Helm I.
The buddy system, yeah, we did something called hot racking. It was simply because we didn't have enough bunks. It's very similar to what happened to the LCS, where in the case of the LCS class ships, they expected automation to do most of the watch standing, and they expected contractors from the shipyard and other vendors to come in and do the maintenance, the majority of it. So the crew, all they had to do was stand some watches, you know, cross-qualify different positions, which is expected of you on submarines. Why not do it on LCS? Well, what they didn't take into account was casualties and damage control. Roll right full rudder. Shit.
Con, knuckle formed.
Nope. Decoy. Fuck.
Passing 200
That's some
feet.
bombs right there.
Con sonar.
Passing 300 feet.
That's why we turned. Okay, yeah.
Passing 400 feet.
So in the end, they didn't have
Right
enough
to
people to
280.
man fire hoses during a
Helm
fire
I.
casualty, or put out the
Passing
flooding
sonar.
and drive
No
the
longer
ship
cavitating.
if there's a
Passing
flooding
700
casualty.
feet.
Con,
You know?
helm.
Passing 800 feet.
For some reason, that was not taken into
Passing
account
900 feet.
whenever they did manning
Passing
for the
1,000
contract
feet.
to build the ship. And that was a painful lesson learned, that automation isn't everything. Automation's a huge help, but when the ship's
Come
on
left
fire,
to 282.
your little
Helm
AI
I.
chatbot isn't putting the fire out, you know?
Con, helm, steady
It'd be
course.
cool if they did. See, very much the same in aviation community with the sexist jokes, yeah. And do you know what? It's fine. People understand that it's a joke, and they can give back, you know, in terms of derogatory jokes as well as they receive. And that is a balanced, actually a healthy release valve for stress. You know, is taking those, a lot of the jokes that I tell here are very tame actually compared to Underway, but it's a similar psychological environment in terms of, I'm abusive to you and you guys like it, you know, just like that, you know? And then in the end, we're all friends again. It's all good, you know?
Come right to 283.
The worst thing that could
Helm
happen to
I.
you is be ignored, which on a submarine's kind of hard because everybody's on top of
Con,
each other.
helm, steady course.
But if you're the guy that everyone's afraid to make a joke about, that feels awkward. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy or gal. And I imagine, I don't know if this to be true, I'm kind of speculating at this point, that if somebody does volunteer for submarines and they can't hack the social atmosphere, they would probably be disqualified. They probably would never qualify dolphins, because part of wearing dolphins, and it's probably the same for aviation wings, I would think, but it's much more than just getting the interviews checked off on your qual card and knowing the knowledge and reading the books and being able to do the procedures and be brave enough to go to the escape trainer and ascend 40 feet and go to the fire trainer where there's real fire and it's really hot and you actually put it out with real water. You know, if you're brave enough to do all those things, that doesn't make you a submariner. To get the dolphins, you have to go through that process of qualifying, which is about 9 months. That's what it used to be. It might be longer now, I don't know. While being hazed the entire time and dealing with that. And you're not allowed to haze back if you don't have dolphins. You just got to take it. Yeah. And if you try to haze back, it comes back on you 3 times as hard. Yeah, so you have to pass that psychological test that is undocumented. It's a rite of passage. Yeah. It's like joining a fraternity, doing the hazing thing. With a lot of the sexual innuendo and everything, yeah. Now, they did tap that down in the 90s because it was getting a little out of control in the 80s. Yeah, I joined in 1990, so right at the end of the 80s, I'd heard stories, which were probably exaggerated, but still, it was clearly much worse in the 80s than it was whenever I was in. But I had it it was pretty rough because I had an ego. I made it hard on myself. I was the guy that would give it back without wearing dolphins. Don't do that. I should have just shut up. But because I did not shut up, the crew was like, oh, we're going to have fun with this guy, you know. But hey, I qualified, got my dolphins. And you know what? After that, everything was good, you know. I did not make it easy on myself.
Come right to.
And I don't regret that at all. It was
Helm
fun.
I.
And in the end, we all knew that we were having fun
Helm,
with each other.
Steady
so.
course.
That's kind of the reality of wearing dolphins. It's more than knowledge and having a little bit of courage.
Con sonar. Master
It's also
2
dealing
is
with it
Passing
psychologically.
1,000 feet.
Just take it.
Passing
Yeah,
900
that's what a
feet.
lot of people do, and I respect that. That's smart.
Passing 800 feet.
I had a really smart
Passing
sonarman.
700
This
feet.
was the guy that knew the senator, if you guys
Passing
remember that
600
story.
feet.
And
Con
as he was
sonar,
qualifying,
we are cavitating.
he qualified in about
Passing
7
Con
months,
sonar,
which is
no
really
longer
fast.
Cavitating.
Because he's smart. He's a smart
Passing
dude.
300 feet.
And
Passing 200
he
feet.
never talked back. He never had
Con
any
sonar,
fun in
regained
terms of
contact on
any kind of
Master
pushback.
1, bearing 3.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
But do you know what he did? Because he was a smart guy and he's very book smart, so he would read the procedure, he would memorize them.
Con
He would
sonar,
go to his
regained
interview
contact on
to the
Master
system expert
7,
for whatever
bearing
system he's
2,
working on for
7,
getting qualified.
7.
And he would know all the answers because he's.
Con sonar regained
So the
contact
social game
on Master
was really
8,
the only thing
bearing
that he
2,
struggled with.
5, 2.
And he didn't even really struggle
Con
with it.
sonar regained contact on Master.
Con maneuvering. Making turns
We're going to
for
finish
5 knots.
shooting with our harpoons there. I have 2 TLAM.
Con, dive at 4 feet. Dive
Fire
high.
control, farmpoint procedures on radar bearings. There they are. Where are y'all going?
Shoot 26.
Where
Aye,
are
sir.
you going?
Shoot 25. Aye, sir.
Silly goose.
Shoot 22. Aye, sir.
All right, Mercy Deep.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
That damn plane's gonna come back and have his way
Helm
with
left
us.
265. Helm I.
Passing 100 feet.
Oh no, I did not touch the Exo's door before I had my dolphins.
Passing
No,
200
there's
feet.
no pranks allowed if you don't wear dolphins. You are the prank.
Passing 300
Yeah.
feet.
You are the prank. I always took the Exo's door thing a little too far
Con sonar lost
due to my own stupidity, and then there was one year.
Con sonar,
not 1 year,
no
one
longer
deployment.
Cavitating.
Passing 700 feet.
The whole Exo door thing that
Con
happens on a
sonar
very
lost.
specific
Passing
day
800 feet.
of each mission. Every mission, whether it's
Passing
90 days or
900
180 days, has a
Con
midway
sonar
point.
regained contact on Master 7, bearing 2.
Oh, we got all 3 of them.
6.
And a large container ship. We got bonus tonnage up there. Yeah.
Sierra
Haha.
4 is classified as escort.
We got all the points. Bam. Well done. We got to get back to Okinawa and reload. We sank everybody and we got credit for them, even though we did not, pardon me, classify the Shandong or Shang'ao. I can't read. I almost said Japanese, but it's Chinese. I don't know. I should just say I can't read. I should just left it right there. that would have covered everything. Yeah. All right, let's go back to Okinawa. Oh, give us a medal, huh? Hardware? Yeah! What did we get? Oh, we got the Army medal. Yeah. You join the Army, you get one of those. I think it's a boot camp thing. See if we got any Army guys in the chat. They'll be like, how dare you, sir? Yeah. I know what I said. Everybody in the Army got one of those. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but that's because everybody went to Okinawa. Ooh, Okinawa. Everyone went to Iraq. Oh no, the submarine got us. I was trying to go around him and I failed. I failed terribly. Yeah, so again, it was like, yay, war crimes. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got 3 weapons. So I got to sink this guy with 1 weapon. 20 knots, 10,000 yards. He bears southeast, and we're going north-ish.
Con sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
All right. And I hear a ship right overhead, so that's good. That is a good sign. You see the 3 weapons in our tubes? That's all we have left. We have Oh, I do have some.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
I do have 2 missiles.
4.
But
Designated
that's not going to help us out with this
Sierra
submarine.
2. Con sonar new contact bearing. 3, 5, 4. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar new contact bearing.
Oh
3,
my gosh.
3, 4. Designated Sierra 4.
All right, that's a cargo ship. What did we stumble on? This was supposed to be a submarine encounter, but I don't know.
Con sonar.
That's the sub
Sierra
right there.
3 is classified as
We're not going to outrun him.
submarine.
He's faster than we are. So we got to sink him. There is a cargo ship right overhead. This small cargo, I think that's him. It is right over us.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con sonar.
Oh, that's a blue whale.
Sierra
Okay.
4
So we
is
got
classified
a cargo
as
ship,
biologic.
a submarine, and a whale. This might be the whale's buddy right here. Nope, not the whale's buddy. Cargo ship.
Con sonar. Sierra 2 is
Alright,
classified
so that's the
as
picture. So
merchant.
what I want to do is I want to mimic this cargo ship.
Come left to 270. Helm I.
Head 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering
Okay.
I.
He's right up here. Oh wait, he's over there. That's him. Let's see.
Con, torpedo room, tube
What do I know
5
about the
Con
main?
sonar
I was
lost
on the main.
contact. Sierra 3 last
I
bearing.
know a lot
3,
about the main.
5,
How do you know
6,
about the main?
Contact faded.
There's Santa owns. Uh-oh, we might have a fellow submariner in the chat that might have been on the boat I was on. Maybe, I don't know. He's just asking about the boat that I was on. I know quite a bit about the main. One of the best boats in Kings Bay. We won all sorts of awards when I was on board. I was on board for 5 years. 4 of the 5 years, or no, it was probably the only 3. I want to say it was 4, but I know for sure it was 3.
Con,
We earned,
helm. Steady
um,
course.
The squadron gets to pick one of the boats that has the best weapons department, and that's the department Sonar's in. And we won that at least 3 of the 5 years I was there, and it might have been 4. Specifically my crew, because each boat has 2 crews. We won it for the blue crew I was on. I think the gold crew gets credit too, I think, because it's a boat. But I was never too worried about the blue gold crew thing. I was literally, I lived the life of one crew, one screw. And if, you know,
Make
a lot of
turns
Trident
for
sailors do not agree with that.
5 knots.
But
Maneuvering I.
that's how I approached it.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4 last
So
bearing.
basically what
3,
I know
3,
about
4.
it too. Yay,
Contact
okay, so
faded.
Santa was there. Awesome. Yeah, great to have you here, man. He says, my brother-in-law is the commander now. Holy smokes. Well, good for him. I mean, that's awesome. Do not tell him about my channel. He will make fun of me. He'll be like, that's not how you do that. Yeah. But no, I'm kidding. That's cool, dude. That really is. Being the captain of a ballistic missile submarine is so stressful. You probably know that. I assume that you do. But that's a hell of a responsibility. And I do not envy it. I do not. It's a responsibility for the whole crew, but especially the captain and the wardroom, because they're the ones pulling the triggers on those basically world-ending weapons, right? Jesus, it's bad. But, I mean, hopefully that never has to happen, so that would be great. So my plan to mask ourselves with the merchant has worked successfully, but unfortunately, it also masked the Alpha. And if I had a lot of weapons, I'd just yeet one over there and let them figure it out. But we got 3 weapons. We can't just go wasting one. So I am going to go to the north. Let's close the Alpha's last known
Come
bearing
right to 3, 5.
and see if we can
1.
regain.
Helm I.
Here's to hoping it doesn't end. Right, yeah. You know what's funny? Of course, everybody feels that way, but no more so than the people on board those submarines. It's not openly discussed. It's kind of just ignored. But you live, eat, and work all around these large-ass missile tubes
Con, helm.
full of the world's
Steady
most
course.
destructive power. and you're living within about 100 feet of an operational critical nuclear reactor. Which means it's always kind of warm, and the air smells like metal. But it's probably fine. According to the VA, it's not service related, so the VA is great. I love those guys. Luckily, I got out of the military with not too bad on the knees. I banged my knees a lot on the sub, as does everybody. But I never jumped out of an airplane and messed my knees up like that. Those guys. I know a guy who was in the Army. He messed his back up, but he did it jumping out of the back of a truck. I guess the trucks would take him into the field. They would go camping with guns, which is probably fun. And then they would come back or march back. Well, he was jumping out of the truck with his rucksack on and just didn't land right and messed his back up big time. But because it wasn't like jumping out of a plane and it's a soft tissue injury and it's the 1990s, he struggled to get that VA claim as a service-related injury, because even in the Army, I'm not saying they didn't have an MRI machine, but according to him, they did not diagnose it as him jumping out of the truck messing up his back. And that one injury, it didn't end his career, but it didn't make his time in the Army any better. And so he ended up not staying in. Luckily, nothing like that happened to me. But everybody I know that was like in the airborne or airborne qualified, their knees are just shot jumping out of those damn planes with those dumb parachutes that they drop you pretty quick. You'd be surprised how quickly one of those just round parachutes drops a soldier full of gear, you know? I mean, most of his gear's on his feet hanging on a rope, but he's still got gear on him. And that's, those things come down pretty fast. Let's see what happened here. That's totally understandable. I cannot imagine serving on a BN, never mind thinking about the implications. Right, yeah. And that is taken, of course, it's taken very seriously. Like, arming the weapons. I'm not going to go into too much detail, obviously, but we don't run around with those things just armed. It's very specific times that they're armed, and there's a lot of time when they're not. You know, a lot. But when it's time to arm them, whew, that is intense, man. That's intense. I was in the weapons department, so I had to support that. I never armed the weapon, by the way, but I had to like stand security while they did it. Yeah. Just to be clear on my role there. I wasn't doing anything important except holding a shotgun. They're like, face this way. I couldn't even watch them do it. I was 10 feet away from them or less, right behind me, and they're wrenching on a fucking warhead. Yeah. Like, be careful back there. You hear a wrench drop, you're like, okay. It's like one of those movies where he's trying to disarm something, but the reverse, he's putting it in, you know? Things glowing. It's not like that at all. Let's see, quote old man Jingles, pucker factor then? Yeah, it's intense. It's got to be done. It's part of our nuclear triad strategy. I think the ballistic missile submarine part of the nuclear triad is probably the most resilient. I think people would agree with that. Doesn't make it fun, doesn't make it easy to do. But I stayed there for 5 years. So most sea time for a sonarman anyway is a 4-year stint at sea and a 3-year stint on shore duty, right? 4-3-4-3. So my first boat I stayed on 5 years until they literally kicked me off because I didn't want to leave that first boat. So the second boat was another 5 years. So my first 2 boats, I did half my Navy career on my first 2 boats. And the Navy's like, you gotta go to shore duty. What are you doing, man? I'm like, I'm loving it, right? It sounds like a damn commercial, you know? I love being at sea because that's when I don't get in trouble. It's also when I save a lot of money because you can't spend money. There's no ATMs on a submarine. There's nothing to buy anyway. Except someone's love and affection once in a while, you know? But other than that, there's nothing to buy, you know? Daddy didn't give me any, so
Make turns for
I need some from the nub over there.
0 knots. Maneuvering aye. Come right to 0 2.
Mom
3,
didn't hug me
no
enough.
aye.
Con sonar
Yeah.
regained contact on.
That means you
Sierra
get 2,
3,
new guy.
bearing 038.
Yeah, that's how that works. You miss your Navy days. I do too, normal guy. I do. Normal guy was in, and correct me if I'm wrong, normal guy.
Con,
You were in the Royal
steady
Canadian
course.
Navy. You were a signalman on ships. Did I get that right? I'm doing my homework and all my fellow Modern Naval Warfare contributors. I'm trying to get to know them. I started watching FPS Chasley. I'd always heard about FPS Chasley. I never actually watched any of his videos until like very recently. And the guy, I'm impressed. He's really smart and he's kind of chill too. He's kind of different than me. I get a little worked up. That's my personality. He's very chill. So we would be like yin and yang, him and me. So normal guy, you guys want to watch his channel, subscribe to him on YouTube. FPS Chasley, of course. Subsim, you guys probably already know who Subsim is. So definitely give him a shout, a look-see-loo. Yep. Let's see what he said. You are correct. Okay, cool. Yeah. I am remembering people. Yeah, so normal guy's cool. I like him. Hey, Bullet's here. How's it going, buddy? So what we're trying to do is trying to get a position on this Alpha. We're driving into his baffles. Alphas are kind of notorious for being a little sketchy. Like they change course a lot and just very randomly. So I'm not going to hang my hat on only shooting from his baffles, but I'm going to try to. You found Subsim when from Modern Naval Warfare? Yeah. I found Subsim from his website years ago. He has his own site, and it's got the forums there are very. He's got a lot of forums, but they all talk about the old sub games, 688i, a lot of diesel boat stuff, and there's a lot of very passionate and knowledgeable people on those forums.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating.
Well, that's not what I meant to do, but okay, I guess we're doing that. Shoot the Alpha. Good Lord, left full rudder. Mr. Torpedo decided to go. This is why people subscribe right here. They're like, oh, he messed up again. Yeah. He messed. I sure did. I messed up. Okay. I'm trying not to break the wire. The wires on this game are very fragile. I don't know why he started going active. He sure as hell didn't hear us. Well, we were doing 10 knots. But because we're in his baffles...
Passing 700 feet.
Let's go ahead and just level out. If I break this wire, I'm kind of screwed, so we need to make sure we keep the wire here. I'm trying to get some bearing separation between me, the torpedo, and him. I'm trying to widen that out. That's why torpedo's going east. I'm heading kind of northwest. As soon as he shoots, I'll turn the weapon towards him. Oh, that's true. It could be a Russian Navy thing just going active. That's the truth. Those guys love their active. Surface and submerged. Like the U.S. Navy, the surface guys use their active kind of as a shield, kind of as a barrier. They insonify the entire water column. That's the goal. And then they push that out as many miles as they can. And they're like, okay, there's no submarines in 15 miles from the fleet, from the center of the fleet, roughly, for whatever environment they're in. So they're like, send the helicopters outside that 15-mile
Con
bubble.
sonar, noisemaker bearing
He hears it.
059.
Send the aviation MPA assets outside that 15-mile bubble to look for the subs on the outer rim. That's kind of the strategy there. And it works, but we can take advantage of it, and we do. Russian Navy is very similar, except the Russian Navy was never... Oh, wow. He shot at me. How did he hear me?
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I'm surprised he shot at me. That torpedo's coming right for us. Huh. But the Russian Navy was never as coordinated as we are. They tried to be.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 0.
Maybe they're more coordinated now. It's hard not to be, because they were very discombobulated back then. See if we get him on this pass here. But there's some familiar things between the United States Navy, Surface Fleet, and the Russian Navy, in that the operators
Sonar lost contact. Sierra.
don't often see the submarine
Make
when
turns for
it should be on the
3
screen.
knots.
if you
Maneuvering
run
eye.
the passive sonar equation, or in their case the active sonar equation, which is a completely different equation, mathematically there's enough
Passing
energy getting
800
back
feet.
to their own sonar system to have a detection. Like it's lighting up their screen is what I'm
Passing
saying.
900
And
feet.
they still don't see us. And I can't explain that. I don't know.
Passing 1,000 feet.
In the submarine sonar community, we joke that maybe they're not even in
Passing
sonar.
1,100
They hit
feet.
the button to turn the sonar on and leave it in auto ping every 30 seconds or whatever, and go get
Sonar
coffee.
Lost contact. Sierra 1.
Or
Last bearing.
if it's
2,
the American Navy,
3,
they go
contact
clean
faded.
something, because we're always cleaning things. Yeah. I don't know if that's true. Probably isn't. But I don't understand how people can get lucky and get us with active sonar, and we're like, oh crap, and we're doing our best to minimize our end of it, where they don't get a good full return. But whenever we've done everything we can, and they're still getting, greater than 40 decibels back to their own receiver based on propagation math, which is not difficult unless you work at Wave Ops. That's a little jab at those guys for getting the propagation path not exactly right. But yeah, I don't understand how they don't see us.
Come right to.
And the
0,
Russian
2,
Navy
8,
part of that
helm
story,
aye.
I don't mind telling this because it blew me away. And I can't remember,
Maneuvering.
because it was so
Making
long ago.
turns for
I can't
3,
remember if it was my
3
first underway
knots.
or my second mission. Not underway. There was a lot of underways between mission 1 and mission 2. But it doesn't really matter which one it was. We were off the coast of Russia. It's 1990s. So Russia's in that weird place where it's very unorganized. Organized crime is running Moscow,
Sonar.
essentially.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
You
Bearing
guys, son of a
1,
bitch.
4, 8.
Okay. Speed up.
Come left to 3, 4, 6, helm aye.
Anyway, so we're off the coast of the Kola Peninsula, up there doing our thing. They're doing the largest naval war game
Passing 1,100
since
feet.
the collapse of the Soviet Union. They got everybody out.
Passing
Kirov,
1,000
Slava,
feet.
all the Crestas, all the K-classes,
Passing
Karas,
900 feet.
all of them. Sovremeni's even out
Passing
there. They got
800 feet.
submarines, Victor 3,
Passing
Kula.
700 feet.
I even had a Typhoon. I
Passing
trekked Typhoon
600 feet.
twice in my career. This is one of the
Sonar.
times.
We are cavitating.
It was
Passing
almost like the
400
Navy Day
feet.
parade, except they were in the Barents Sea
Passing
shooting
300
missiles and torpedoes, which I found a
Passing
little
200
concerning.
feet.
Shit.
Con, knuckle formed.
This torpedo's really good. I'm gonna have to pay attention.
Come left to 2, 8, 3, helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet.
Where's that one going?
Passing 400 feet. Passing
Oh, wow.
500 feet.
He's going after somebody else.
Passing.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Oh,
Con,
oh
knuckle
no, he's coming
formed.
after us.
Passing 600 feet.
There he is. There he is.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
God. Okay. So anyway, this
Passing
huge Russian
400
war game. The whole reason why we're there
Con,
is to
knuckle
watch
formed.
this war
Passing
game.
300
And my
feet.
captain is a goddamn nut. He wants to be in the war game.
Passing 200
Like
feet.
in the fleet, and they don't know we're there. Like it's that meme where it's day 4 and they suspect nothing. Is we literally did that to a Russian war game. It was so funny. Oh my god, that was crazyville. And so they're shooting missiles. We're at periscope depth. Got the periscope up. We watched the ship, the missile launch. We're clicking photos the entire time. We got 2 periscopes up. One is for safety and then observing, and then the other one's just got a camera on it, 35mm camera attached to the eyepiece. So you have to look through the camera to look through the periscope. Just snapping 35mm like a madman. Developing them. They're right there under. We had our own dark room for that mission. We had set up a dark room, and it was good times. Watching all these SN, 14, 15 missile launches,
Passing
surface-to-air
200
missile
feet.
launches, ESM antennas up out of the water.
Passing 300 feet.
So we're getting all the data link and stuff to the missile. We got so
Passing
much
400
information
feet.
on that. Oh, it was a good time. I had a heart on the
Passing
entire time.
500 feet.
Con
That's just
sonar,
because I was
no
underway and
longer
I was young,
cavitating.
so had little to do with that. But
Passing
one of the best
700
missions we
feet.
got, that was our second
Passing
time the
800
USS
feet.
Philadelphia won the, not
Passing
won, was
900 feet.
awarded the Presidential
Passing
Unit
1,000 feet.
Medal. Oh, God.
Passing
Commendation?
1,100
It's called the
feet.
Puck. Yeah. I don't know how many
Passing
fucking units get
1,200
it
feet.
twice, but we got it twice. And that was the second time. It only goes in your service record once, was what I was told. But we did some crazy, crazy shit. And we had a real aggressive captain, which is that's really what I saw in action in real life, not just in training or in the trainer, in lecture. You have to be aggressive when you're driving these things, because that's the only time you have an advantage, is whenever you surprise the shit out of everybody and they're all trying to recover from that while you're down here giggling like a schoolgirl because you got them. Kind of like this one got me. So, yeah, we were like, in the fleet doing our thing.
Con, knuckle formed.
They were doing their thing, and they
Con
just
sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Passing
never knew we
1,100
were
feet.
there. They might have known
Passing
we were there at
1,000
some point
feet.
and thought we were one of their own subs,
Passing
especially when we
900
had all
feet.
the ESM masted antennas out of the water
Passing
watching a
800 feet.
missile launch.
Passing 700
We were so
feet.
close we could see it happen.
Passing 600 feet.
Yeah.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
I was never the same after that.
knuckle
I was like,
formed.
we're badasses. Like,
Passing 300
believe
feet.
the rumors about the U.S. Navy,
Passing 200 feet.
because I was there when it happened.
Come right to 179 Helm I.
Passing 100 feet.
All right, we're gonna run away from
Con
this dude.
Helm. Steady course.
Steady course, good, good. Yeah, the rumors are true. But the one time that we would have got snapped up, this is before. This is we're on mission, Kola Peninsula. You can't violate the 12-mile barrier, so we're always 12 miles and 1 foot from the fucking coastline. You raise periscope, you can see the mountains along the Kola Peninsula. That's how close we are. And we're at the edge of the harbor. There's multiple harbors, but they all come kind of out of the White Sea and come up through that part and then into the Barents, because there's a lot of Russian naval harbors on the inside of that. They're all over the damn place. They diffused their forces, one, because they had hundreds of submarines back during the Cold War, and it's also a good idea if one place gets nuked or bombed to oblivion, you don't lose your entire submarine fleet on one base, right? So they spread them out. They have all these little bases. Anyway, all those little bases, they eventually come through basically the same water choke point, and it's got a channel, and they come through the channel, so we know where they're coming out. So all we got to do is kind of stand off that channel
Come left
buoy
to 166
and wait for whichever one
Helm
we're
I.
looking for coming out. Well, there is a specific
Con
submarine
Helm. Steady
that we're
course.
waiting on. It's import. Intel says it's import. Wait for it to come out. When it does, follow it. That's our mission.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra. Bore.
No
bearing
bubbles, no
1.
troubles, Admiral.
Come
We can do
right
that.
to 186 Helm I.
Damn.
Con Helm. Steady course.
That torpedo's persistent.
Come left to
I'm gonna defeat him. It's just gonna
179
take a minute.
Helm I.
So we're out there day after day, 12 miles and 1 foot from the coast.
Con Helm. Steady
We
course.
can see the buoy on the periscope. It's a big ass red buoy, got red and green. It marks the channel going in and out of the port. And, we're a few thousand yards from that. And we're just waiting. We see ships come out. We see submarines come out. Not the submarine we're waiting on, so we let them all go by. We record them as they go by, so we can send that off to O&I as a technical message. Be like, hey, this is the new whatever class. This is what he sounds like today.
Passing 100 feet.
Looks like they did maintenance on motor generator number 3 because it sounds different now. This is what it sounds like now. Messages like that get sent to Office of Naval Intelligence. That's why we're there. That's
Passing
what we do.
300 feet.
So,
Passing 400 feet. Passing
hello, Mr.
500
Whale.
feet.
We've got a whale.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Where's Mr. Whale at?
Con, knuckle formed.
He is to the east. Oh, there he is. Let's go say hi to the whale.
Passing 700 feet.
What's Mr.
Con,
Torpedo
knuckle
doing?
formed.
What is
Con
Mr.
sonar,
Torpedo
we are
doing?
cavitating.
Oh, no.
Passing 500 feet.
We are about to witness a
Passing 500 feet.
something hilarious.
Con sonar lost contact.
oh,
Sierra 4.
Give me
Con
my whale
sonar
back.
no longer cavitating.
Give me my whale back. Sonar.
Passing 700 feet.
Con sonar switching to passive search.
Passing 800 feet.
Oh no.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh no. He got him! Oh, well, Mr. Krabs has his whale meat now. I just used the
Passing
whale as a
800
decoy.
feet.
Oh, the whale's still alive. He lives.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yay!
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
Mr.
on.
Whale?
Passing 700 feet.
Mr. Whale? Oh no.
Con
Passing 600 feet.
Sierra 4 is still on the chart. Find Sierra 4.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Oh no. Mr. Whale, no.
Passing 400 feet.
Well,
Con
Your-
sonar.
your
regained
service will not be
contact
forgotten,
on
Mr. Whale.
Sierra 2 bearing 330.
yeah, so anyway, so we're
Con
right
sonar
off the
regained
coast.
contact
Watching all
on
these guys go by. We're
Sierra
getting the
1
best intel
bearing
ever.
239.
And wouldn't you know it, and this is just Murphy's Law, eventually it's going to happen. One of the ships coming out is a Udaloy, which is their primary anti-submarine destroyer. It's the one they send out to hunt and kill the American subs.
Come right to.
It's the
1,
best
3, 4.
surface ship
helm
they
eye.
have that does that one job very well. And we're like, oh, good, we get another one. This was like the 5th or 6th one we had done that week. But Udaloy, as soon as he gets out of the channel, and keep in mind, we're only a few thousand yards from the channel at the end of it, right? Going to sea. He doesn't do what everybody else did. He decides to turn the other way, which is right towards us. And we're like Mark 3,000 yards, closing 500 yards per minute, increasing, 0 bearing rate. This guy's coming at us.
Helm.
Check
Steady
water
course.
depth. It's 150 feet because we're right next to the fucking beach. We have nowhere to go. There's no layer. We can't launch acoustic countermeasures because he'll hear those for sure. And we have a Udaloy destroyer with horsejaw sonar insonifying the water column at 240 fucking decibels, 212. I remember the number because I was on that piece of gear watching it, and I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, his sonar system's getting about 80 decibels back if the bottom is absorbing the rest of it, because it sure as hell is bouncing off of us right back into his sonar array. And I'm like, we're so fucked. This one guy, just out of luck, turned the wrong way, the right way from his point of view, but the wrong way from our point of view, and he's coming right at us. So, because it's so shallow, we can't go fast. We're certainly not at periscope depth. I mean, we're not sticking anything out of the water. And we want somebody who's smoking to be like, hey, that's a periscope. We don't want that to happen, right? So, the captain, this is the captain that's really aggressive. He's like, I'll stop, just gonna hover, and we're gonna just don't run any pumps. You know, we're already trimmed out for 3 knots. We're not going up or down. That's what that means. And we're not going to go this way or that way with the screw. We're going to act like we're a rock on the bottom of the Barents Sea. Now, those of you who have oceanographic degrees know there ain't no damn rocks on the bottom of the Barents Sea, but on that day there was one that was 366 feet long and about 33 feet wide and looked like a hot dog, but it wasn't moving, and they ignored us. That Udaloy banging away with his shallow water sonar on. He has a special mode to find submarines in shallow water. He's 3,000 yards away. He's closing right for us, and it's 150 feet of fucking water, and we're not moving because we can't. We're not doing nothing. We're dead. We're caught. This is going to be really awkward explaining this shit to the Admiral. Well, Mr. Udaloy closed 2,000 yards. My meter is practically pegged. We can hear the active through the fucking hull, and it's a special pulse. You can't miss it. It's not like ping where you hear it in the fucking movies. This is like a war crime on acoustics. It is the worst pulse ever because Russia made it, and it lasts for like 8 seconds. It's this wah, 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 active that goes out, and then they listen. And that 8-second pulse bounced off us right back to him. We look like a fucking Demis trace. We look like one of these traces over here. Right there. You see those lines falling down? That's what we look like. He's got his screen's blank because there's nobody else out there but us. And then he's got this one line at 2,000 yards, closing 500 yards per minute, and he's wah, 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 wah. Every 12 seconds that thing's going off, and my meter's going 212, 226, 232. It doesn't go above 240. I'm about to peg out here, and I could feel the sweat. The sweat's fucking going. We're in cold water. The water in the Barents Sea is like, I don't know, maybe 40 degrees. It's right above freezing. Even in the summertime, it's not that warm. And all this is happening, and I'm like responsible for reporting active sonar direction. Like, that's my job during battle stations, and that's where we are right now, Fire Control Tracker Party. And I'm just reading off the numbers. And that's my job. And I got the ACINT specialist, the acoustic intelligence specialist. This is like super sonarmen. There's only 3 of them, and one of the guys a trainee, so there's only 2 on board. And they go port and starboard for the entire mission. But we got both of them up there right now. And I got the senior guy, who's a Master Chief sonarman. Best sonarman I ever met. And like, he's a really nice guy, and he knew what the hell he was talking about whenever it came to sonar. And he's standing right next to me because he understands the situation we're in. And to this day, I remember that he was so calm. And I clearly was trying to keep my shit together, but he must have got my vibe or something. And he's shoulder to shoulder. Our shoulders are touching each other because we're all crammed in there together. And he's like, are you concerned about the pressure level or about the volume of the ping? I was like, yeah, it's a little concerning, isn't it? And which was the understatement of the fucking year, because we're being lit up. Like, he's melting the SHT tile on the outside with his big ass speaker that's blowing up the water with all these decibels of sound. And the pulse was 8 seconds long. I'm like, there's no way he doesn't have us. And he's like, he doesn't see us. The Master Chief Sonarman's telling me he doesn't see us, and he can do the math better than I can. And I'm like, I just believed him. I was like, okay. And I kept reading on. And once I got 240 pegged, these are decibels. Do you have any idea how loud 240 decibels is? So, it was 240 decibels. And the Udaloy runs right over top of us. Not literally, but like basically everything in sonar is Udaloy as he runs by us. And he kept on going. He either didn't care or he didn't see us. And I'm not sure which it was. But the Master Chief Sonarman knew. Maybe they had paid off the sonar team on that Udaloy. To this day, I don't know what happened. We got snapped up. We got detected. Just through bad luck, it happens. It wasn't like we did anything wrong. It's just we were doing our mission, and that guy got lucky. But he's also very unobservant, because he either didn't believe his indications, or he didn't care about him, or he didn't see him because he wasn't in sonar. And I've seen American destroyers do similar things, never to that extent. But we got busted and got away with it. And I felt invincible after that. I was like, not only is Russia bad at their job, they're really bad at sonar. Because they should have got us that day, and they didn't. They just kept on going. And I kind of think maybe they didn't care. Maybe they did see us and they didn't want to report it. I mean, that is like the most Occam's razor thing that I can think of. But that was one of the most intense moments of my life. I needed a shower after that. Showers were secured, by the way. It's the worst time to be a sonarman. Showers are secured. You can't take a shower. Showers were secured for, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? A long time. We all smelled pretty damn ripe. But I had showered myself in sweat after that watch. All of us did. A lot of people were sweating in that one, which was really ironic because it was freezing cold on board the boat. Freezing cold. So anyway, that's my Udaloy story. That's why I believe that surface sonar can't see shit even when they see shit. And I don't know why. And we'll have to ask a surface sonarman why this happens. And it probably has a lot to do with long watches, fatigue. I think on the American side, it's more of that. Our training is good. I know those guys get good training on the surface. It's not the same training we get. We're 2 totally different worlds. But that's what happened to us. And we still went on mission. We completed our mission that summer. Really, really fun. It was good times. Okay. I thought the stream had dropped, which would have been really funny. That's how I knew I wanted to be a career sonarman. I'd already made up my mind by that point, but that solidified it. I had to ask people to get out of my way because my hard-on was so big. I was like, pardon me, I'm really sorry, pardon me. And they're like, whoa. I was like, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, 130 tons. Hey, we got 2 medals. Let's reload this thing and do it again. Let's reload this thing and do it again. I'm gonna bring a bunch of harpoons. Oh, we still have 2 TASMs. That's fine. I'll shoot those at some point. All right. That's a good mix. We got like 20 some. Well, give me 1 more harpoon for fun. I like the harpoons. Okay. Let's go do it again. What's our orders, Admiral? Sink another amphibious fleet. Didn't we already do that? Is there another one? Let's go sink another one. I like the amphib fleet missions. High tonnage. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh. Hello. We got him. 15,000 yards, and it's probably the fleet. So let's take a look. I tell you what, that torpedo attack last time, it really worked out. So let's do that again. So here's my loadout. I'm going to do 5 weapons again. I'm going to have a decoy loaded this time in case we need it. We probably will. So they're bearing 336. They're right in front of us. So we're going to have to turn before we shoot. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, let me catch up on chat. With my story, I did read chat for like the past half hour. Do I have 3 inches? I do have 3 inches, yes. Okay. It says, my boat had a junior sonarman ride a surface destroyer because Captain thinks ride-alongs. I think riding along with another ship is a good thing. I was on a P3 for 1 patrol, 8 hours. It was the longest 8 hours of my life. It was kind of boring, but it was really interesting to see how the P3 Maritime Patrol sonarman, which is an officer in the aviation community, how he operated. Yeah. And all he did was ask us to stay out of his way and not ask him any questions, which I thought was rude. He did this in the beginning before we even took off. But after I got in the air, I realized he was the busiest person on that plane. You know, directing when to launch the sonar buoys. He was also monitoring the sonar buoys and then putting positions out for the pilot to do strings, which is putting the buoys out. He was so busy, I didn't even want to interrupt and ask him a question. So I just watched him. And it was really interesting to see how he couldn't find a sub. Yep. You're going to get a letter from PETA again? Oh, yeah, for the whale. Yeah. Hey, listen, I didn't shoot the whale. That was the other team that shot the whale for a change. All right, let's shoot a fleet.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 30.
Let's just go ahead and start turning.
Designated.
Come right to 076. Helm
Do we have a
aye.
layer this time? We haven't had a layer all day. And once again, we have no layer. All right, so
Con sonar, new contact
let's bring up
bearing
sonar so we can classify some
278,
targets.
Designated Sierra.
Remember,
3.
we want to find the fleet, and then we want to find the boundaries of the fleet and shoot the
Con
boundaries.
sonar, new contact bearing 272. Designated Sierra 4. Con
that's a
sonar,
Luda.
Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
That's a Luda. Oh, this may not be the fleet.
Con sonar,
Yeah, it's not
Sierra
fleet.
5 is classified as merchant.
All right. Let's go full dive on the planes. Let's get down, get out of here. I don't know how close these guys are. I kind of
Passing
want to shoot them,
100
but
feet.
it's a little bit early. Let's CR3. He's another cargo ship. I got CR3 pulled up here. There he is. What's a
Con sonar, Sierra 3.
Passing
I mean, I'll
200 feet.
volunteer. That's what he is.
Passing 300 feet.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 400 feet.
Setting up my weapons for shallow attack. Using active sonar.
Passing 500
There you
feet.
go. So now they're all set to shallow, including the decoy. Decoy, shallow. Because I'm
Passing
gonna
600
evade
feet.
deep, so I want the decoy shallow.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
All right, so we got how
Passing
many
900 feet.
minutes of data do we have here? 500 yards. Okay, we're gonna go for another 1,000 yards,
Passing 1,000 feet.
and then I'm gonna flip around. I'm gonna take them through the baffles, going to the south, and that's where we're gonna shoot. I don't think we're detected. Someone's asking, what boat is
Passing
this?
1,100 feet.
This is USS Stingray. This is a fictional diesel boat. What if America built a diesel boat? So it's got all the American systems on it. The only thing that's not American is the energy cells, the batteries essentially, are the Japanese batteries because they got the best right now. The new Japanese SSK sub is it's definitely the best in Asia. It might be the best in the world in terms of conventionally powered. I don't know what changed in Japan, but they build really good military again. Oh, I heard something. All right, let's go ahead and take these guys through our baffles.
Come right to 198. Helm aye.
Con
Yeah.
sonar lost contact.
Japan is
03,
building scary
last
good
bearing
equipment for their Navy,
282.
ships and
Contact
submarines.
is in the baffles.
I don't know anything about aviation,
Con sonar lost
so
contact.
I don't know if they have good stuff there, but their
last
kit
bearing
for the subs
307. Contact is in the baffles.
is really good. And I think whenever they offered their new submarine with the good energy cells to Australia all the way back in 2015, Australia should have taken that deal, but instead Australia took the Barracuda deal with Naval Group, which is a French company.
Con sonar regained contact on
Partially owned by the
1 bearing 308.
French government.
Con sonar regained
That
contact
deal fell
on
apart for
02
lots of
bearing
complicated reasons.
286.
And they now have AUKUS. They have to deal with the Americans. We're going to get nuclear boats.
Con helm. Steady course.
They're going to get at least 3 Virginia, and the deal has hulls 4 and 5 as an option. So if they like the Virginia, they could get up to 5 of them under the current agreement. So. Is there a diesel-related reason for the sale to be so different? How is the sale different? I understand the question. I just don't understand why you think the sale is different. It's the sticky uppy part. It goes sticky uppy on nuke boats too. It's also where we keep all the masts and antennas, the snorkel mast, for example. It's also where we keep the new people whenever they ask dumb questions. But that's not related to you, sir. Not at all. No. Can you build a sub without a sail? Yes. As a matter of fact, that's been done. There's a UAV called Orca. Orca does not have a sail. Google that. England was building one. I did a sub brief on it. What the hell was it called? I don't know. But it's not a thing anymore. I don't know if they didn't want to pay for it or what the deal was. All right, so these looters are coming down on us. I don't like that, so let's go ahead and shoot. Sierra 2, bearing 293, baby. Run to enable's only going to be 5,000 yards. These guys are pretty close. Shoot tube 2.
1, aye, sir.
I'll get it next time. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 4, aye, sir.
Now you're just fucking with me. Stop that. You will say the tube that I say.
Con, fire control. Unable to fire.
Oh, all right, fine. I think we have a small rebellion. How stable is it in water? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure China would love to know too. You're not from China, are you? Yeah, it's the sticky uppy part. Yeah, technically speaking, yeah. Yeah, Boeing built an underwater unmanned vehicle called the Orca. And she big. That's a big-ass vehicle. Boeing doesn't do anything small, apparently.
Con sonar lost contact.
Didn't know if people still
Sierra
played.
1, last
Yeah,
bearing,
Hipper.
3,
Yeah.
2, 8, contact faded.
This game is a gem. This game has a special, I don't know, place in my heart because this is how I started my streaming career successfully. I was streaming before this game came out by a few months, but this was the first game that clicked with me and my audience. So we'll always play Cold Waters here. It's always on Wednesday. Wednesday's our Cold Waters day. Max is genuinely surprised to be wrong about that. What are you wrong about? Whatever happened to the inflatable sail that we talked about years ago? Oh, I don't remember that. I don't know. Yeah, you guys, that's right, Bullet. Not me. I'm not responsible for this. My community came up with the War Crime Wednesday, and try as I might to change that, at the behest of YouTube, who encouraged me to change it.
Con, fire
You
control.
guys,
Weapon
you
acquired.
guys won't let go of it, and I respect that. You guys are doing it for the love of the game, so I'm okay with that. Uh-oh.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Yeah, that's not good. What are you doing, Tube One? Okay. Thought he was going to look at me there for a second.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Well, Sierra 2 is screwed. Good luck dodging that, sir. Yeah, he's not going to have a good time. YouTube doesn't contact me directly. I'm not a big enough channel. They
Con
contact me
sonar,
with
noisemaker
spam
bearing
emails
3,
about
1, 5.
It's a very passive aggressive way of communicating YouTube has. YouTube will contact me with
Con,
spam
fire
emails on
control,
my
weapon
email
acquired.
channel that's linked to my YouTube channel about how to
Con,
not be
fire
as
control,
offensive
weapon
with
acquired.
titles and content and language. And so I have to read the tea leaves at the bottom of the cup of the email to see what the hell they're talking about. And oh, is it War Crime Wednesday? Maybe that's what it is. So yeah, I'm not big enough to have my own YouTube representative like a lot of channels have.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 3, 6.
I have a mystic that communicates to me via
Con sonar
innuendo
lost
and
contact.
passive-aggressive
Sierra 2, last
accusations.
bearing 3, 1,
Probably
9,
has blue
contact
hair.
Breaking up.
Con,
Yeah.
fire control. Weapon acquired.
Probably has ZZ as their pronouns. That's what I imagine this person is. I don't know their name, and I don't care what their name is. Because no matter what I do, War Crime Wednesday is staying around. So, and that's why we always stream on
Con
Wednesday.
sonar
That's my
Sierra
contribution.
1 is classified as escort.
Escort. I didn't order an escort.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 3, 8.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
This poor Luda. He's trying. You guys want to see the Luda? We'll watch the Luda. We haven't. There he is. This is a very old school. I'm pretty sure China got rid of all these by now, but this campaign is in the year 2000, when these were very much a thing in 2000. It shows you how far the Chinese Navy has come in 20 years.
Con sonar lost
Well,
contact.
okay.
Sierra
Actually speaks
1,
volumes.
last bearing 3, 3, 6.
Yep.
Contact breaking up.
Oh, there's weapons nearby. Let's go torpedo evasion. I forgot that they had launched a weapon at us.
269.
I'm just here for the tonnage,
Make
baby.
turns for 3,
That's what I
3,
say when I
knots.
come in the club.
Maneuvering aye.
Oh, so what do you guys think? You guys having a good week? It's Wednesday, hump day. Whatever happened to hump day? That's not offensive. You guys could call it a hump day.
Con, helm, steady course.
Jackson Plants here. How's it going? Hunter's asking me how am I doing. I'm doing good. Yep, doing good. I'm about to go make some tutorials for the YouTube masses. I was going through some of the comments on my Modern Naval Warfare videos, and everyone's like, where are the tutorials? You promised us tutorials. So I'll get to the tutorials starting today. That's what I'm doing tonight, starting right after this stream's over. I should change my shirt. Did everyone enjoy Monday after fooling Jive into thinking it was a holiday? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was the only one in the office on Friday and Monday. I told them accountants don't get days off, because that's what they tell me. And I was like, yeah. I gotta keep my accountants on their toes. I love it whenever they get my Steam game bill. They're like, so you spent $400 on video games. What are these? What's Bunny Waifu? What is that? I'm like, that is research, sir. That's cultural diversification. I'm trying to learn the Chinese culture. Or is that Japan? Asian culture. Yeah. There we go. I'm diversifying. Uh-oh. Another submarine. Yes. I will take them all. Behind the barn. I'm not sharing my bunny girls with nobody. That's not going to make any sense in the YouTube video. Let's go.
On sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ooh. I hear a ship.
Con sonar, new
There's a ship
contact
over there.
bearing.
Let's take a look at it.
2, 1. Designated Sierra.
Make depth 4 feet. Dive by.
Somebody's very
Con
close.
sonar, new contact.
Upscope. Con, dive at 4 feet. Dive by.
Aha.
Con sonar, Master 4 is classified as merchant.
Got him. There he is. Is he on fire or is he Russian? No. Uh-oh.
Make depth 5
No,
0 feet. Dive by.
Oh, there he is. I see him now. He's coming right for us. All right. That's enough Periscope Liberty for today. Let's get down.
Downscope.
I have had my quota of sunshine for this mission. Let's go find us a submarine. We'll get some context to the north. Oh, and land. Land to the south. How about that?
Passing 100 feet.
All right, so if it was a master number, there must have been a visual contact there I didn't see.
Come right to.
Let's find out who
0,
Sierra
3, 2. Helm aye.
1
Con
is.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 0,
Yeah.
1, 0.
Is he an alpha or is he a Han? No,
Passing
he's not a Han.
200 feet.
Oh, are we getting into the good subs? It might be a Sierra. He almost lines up for a Sierra. Oh, it's an
Con
alpha.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra.
So the further
2,
along you get in the
bearing
campaign,
0,
the more
2,
difficult the
3.
submarines are by
Passing
class.
300 feet.
Eventually, we'll be getting into the Akulas and
Con,
Sierras,
helm, steady
which are
course.
legitimate threats. Like, you don't want to just willy-nilly be slinging torpedoes around them. It'd be a lot of fun, but
Passing 400 feet.
oh, this is a bio. This is a whale. So we have another whale. There he is.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as biologic.
So that is our picture. We have two
Passing
merchants, an
500
alpha, and a
feet.
whale walk into a bar. Are you a horse because I'm a bunny, girl? What? Oh boy. I'm not that into the culture to know what that means, sir.
Passing 600 feet.
And I'm not Googling it. Yeah, I'm on enough lists. I don't need to be on that list too. Yeah.
Come right to
Good Lord.
060 Helm I.
I just read a phrase that
Passing
makes no sense to
700
me.
feet.
Leon says it's Russian. Yeah. It's a rushing Russian. That's true. He's rushing right at us. Oh, hey, you can see the islands back there.
Passing 800 feet.
We should go back there and hide behind the islands. Alpha would never see us back there.
Passing 900 feet.
Con
Wednesday
Helm,
Hump Day just
steady
doesn't have the
course.
same rhythm, right? We like rhythm here. Because I ain't got none. You guys got to bring the rhythm.
Come right to 0.
That is a skill I never had, and I tried so hard when I was young to learn how to dance and all that stuff. I cannot keep a beat to save my life. I have no rhythm. Hence the name, by the way. Hence the name. The origin story of Jive Turkey is kind of funny, but it fits because I am not the guy you want to bring to the dance. I'm a wallflower. All right, let's do fire point procedures on Sierra 1, the Alpha, who's next to Sierra 2. Let's see what he does with this. Bearing 008, run to enables 8,000 yards. Shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 1. Aye,
You
sir.
son of a... I swear to God, they're just picking a different tube than I'm saying. I haven't got one right all day. I'm gonna put sticky notes on my freaking monitor. I'm gonna label 1 and 2. It is clean water. I love the visibility in the game. It's really nice. Whiskey Wednesday. You know what? I used to drink whiskey. Not anymore. Oh, not anymore. It's the artist interpretation. Yeah, I do like the visibility in this game. It's good for streaming. People can see what's happening. You know, we're not always in a map like this. Like, people don't know. People in the military sim community don't know that I play Command Modern Naval Warfare. Boy, that's on the brain. Command Naval Operations, which is a game that looks like the screen you're looking at now. It's boxes against diamonds. You know, it looks like you're drawing up a football play because it doesn't translate well on stream. But I do like that game a lot, and God bless Matrix Games. They keep offering me free codes. It's like the new DLC that comes out. They're like, hey, interested in this one? And to be fair, whenever the Submarine DLC came out, I did take that code. I was like, all right, that sounds good. And to pay them back, so it wasn't just a gift, I gave them some feedback. I was like, I like these missions, and here's what I didn't like about these missions. So they did get something out of it, but I didn't stream it. And that's because the whole stream is this screen, essentially. But you'd be surprised. I play a lot of Sims, a lot of military-related stuff. I love strategy games. Oh my gosh, that's my jam. But strategy games, as we found out before this game came out, that's what I did stream back then. It was not successful. People cannot watch a strategy game for a long period of time. Probably just because it's boring to watch, maybe. I don't know. Or it's just a very small community. That could be it too. Yeah. Cold Waters is noob friendly. It is. Yes. This is the game you want to start your submarining with, because this will teach you basic submarine maneuvers, some limitations that we have in terms of speed and weapons and stuff like that. This is a great game to get into the submarine sim environment, and then whenever you're ready, go to Modern Naval Warfare. You know, but Modern Naval Warfare isn't ready for a new player in its current state, so there's no rush to get to that point. But between Epic Mod and Dot Mod and the Playable Subs mod that I play, there's so much content in this game. You'll be playing this for years. I've played this game this is year 9 that we've played this game. So, oh, there's the boat I hear. That's the one that tried to run us over. play Modern Naval Warfare when it's actually a game? Yeah, that's what I was telling people yesterday, because they were asking me my honest opinion, and I don't. Everyone's different, so I don't know where everyone's skill level's at and where everyone's interest level is at. So what I had pointed out was there were some things in the game that, although they worked, they did not work properly. Okay, and then there's some things, a lot of things that just don't work at all, which they know about. The devs, told us that during our meeting with them. The things that bugged me the most were the things that they'd put in the game and they'd put in the game wrong. And I was like, why? If you take time to put it in the game, go the extra step to make sure it works properly, like at the right parameters, the right speeds, the right depths, things like that. Oh shoot, we're on the wrong bearing.
Con sonar, launch transient
Yep.
from Con sonar. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
He's actually right here where my cursor's at. That's where he's at. So,
Con
if you're
sonar,
looking to get into
noisemaker
submarine
bearing
as a noob
3, 5,
gaming,
6.
I would definitely recommend Cold Waters for sure. And then if you're a strategy guy, Command Modern Naval Operations
Con,
is
fire control, weapon
very
countermeasure
advanced, so
homing.
don't start with that one. I would start with the Sea Power game for modern warfare. If you're into
Con,
World War
fire control,
II
weapon acquired.
era, get that
Con,
War in the
fire
Pacific
control,
game.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
It's either War in the Pacific or War on the
Con
Sea. I'm
sonar, noisemaker
blanking on the
bearing
last word.
3, 5, 4.
But it's published by Microprose.
Con, fire
It's a
control,
really
weapon
good game.
acquired.
It's just not for me.
Con, fire control,
And to be fair to
weapon
Microprose, they
countermeasure
offered
homing.
me a free copy of that game too. But I knew I wasn't going to play it very much and stream it maybe once or twice.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So I politely declined that. And I told them why too, so they didn't misunderstand me. But if you're into the strategic level, or operational level, I should say, technically is what it is. Those are the games you want to get into. So, has someone corrected me yet? Is it sea? Is it War on the Sea? I think it is. I did play Dangerous Waters,
Con sonar,
Rick,
noisemaker
back when it
bearing
came out.
3,
That was my
5,
jam in the 90s.
6.
Or was it 2000s? I played 688i, SSN 21,
Con,
Silent
fire control,
Silent
weapon
Service
acquired.
back in the early 90s, which became Silent, not became, but then Silent Hunter came along and I started playing that. I still think Silent Hunter 3 might be the best game for that World War II era.
Con sonar, lost contact.
Silent Hunter 4
Sierra
looks
1,
better because it's a
last
more
bearing
modern
3, 5, 8,
video
contact
engine.
breaking up.
But the gameplay mechanics in Silent Hunter 3 is probably the best for World War II subsim. I don't know if it works with Windows 11. I have no idea. I struggle getting old games to run on my PC. And I can't really change my PC too much because this is my editing. This is my work PC. I can't put a software on it that makes it run an old game, but then I can't do my job. I can't take that chance. Yeah. Let's see here. War on the Sea. Yeah, that's the game. I would recommend. Torpedo evasion.
Come right to 09.
Make
Let's
turns
get
for
south of this cargo
3
ship.
knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing.
Yeah, I would
0,
recommend if you want
3,
World War II
5,
operation,
contact
War on the
faded.
Sea is a good place to go.
Con sonar, lost
I don't know of any other
contact.
competitor.
Master 3, last bearing.
But if you like the
0,
tactical
7,
stuff-
1, contact faded.
Silent Hunter 3 and 4 are really
Con,
good
helm, steady course.
for World War II subs. Yeah. It says, Jive, if you're worried about what not to tinker on... Oh, virtual machine. Yeah, you could always do that, I suppose. Yeah, I had to set up virtual machines in my previous career, so... Oh, shoot. This is not a good course. We're kind of screwed. Well, start the timer. We got 40 minutes of battery life. We're not going to outrun the weapon. What are we going to... Oh, decoy. Duh. Oh, my God. Aaron.
Come right to 1.
I forgot that I have a decoy,
7,
so
helm
we're fine.
eye. Con, helm, steady course.
I'm waiting for those weapons to start pinging. Once they start pinging, I'm going to shoot my decoy. Oh, there. That's them there. Okay, never mind. All right, so in order to shoot, I got to slow down. So let's get down to 0
Make
knots.
turns for
0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I'm basically going to lob this thing over my shoulder.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
It's going to do a U-turn here. And it should go shallow.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 1
almost immediately.
0 knots.
Right there. I want to make sure it goes up. Yep, there it goes. So that torpedo there should follow that one, is what I'm hoping is going to happen here.
Make
Otherwise,
turns for
we've got a volunteer
3
overhead to help mask us.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con sonar lost contact.
Come left to 164. Helm aye. Con helm.
Let's see.
Steady course.
Perpetual says, I really like Wolfpack for World War II. Oh, that's right. Now, is Wolfpack a, is that the one that's virtual reality? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I don't play any VR games, so I don't have that one.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Yes, it sees my decoy. Yay! How far away is it? Pretty far.
Come left to 136. Helm aye.
I'm kind of bringing it out of my
Con,
baffle so I can
helm,
watch the
steady
engagement
course.
happen. I just want to make sure that this decoy follows, or this torpedo
Con
follows
sonar
this decoy.
regained contact on master 4 bearing 351.
Come left to 113. Helm aye.
Okay.
Con helm. Steady course.
Yeah, he's
Con,
volunteering to eat the
torpedo
torpedo. That's right.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3 knots.
Oh, it's a first person. Oh, wow. I haven't played it, so I can't recommend it, but if you've played it and recommend it, that'd be good. Let's see here. Wish Wolfpack would add Flower Corvette for some PvP action. I do like a good sub versus surface ship PvP, but it feels very, I mean, I've never played one, I don't think. But, like, submarines have such an advantage, I'm not sure how fair it would be. Nobody would want to be on the ship, I think. Did that torpedo break off of my decoy? So this leg right here is the torpedo, or the torpedo going after my decoy. And now he's right there. I'm really curious about that. He's going towards my decoy right now. He needs to go all the way to it.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 4 last bearing 320. Contact is in the baffles.
Yeah, he's ignoring my decoy. That's interesting. So after he looked at my decoy, I guess he figured out it was a decoy and broke off. I'm curious as to what bearing he's on, or what course he's on now. Does he go back to his original course? Or does he go on a course that's down this way? Because if this guy's going to go down here, that's good for us. That's what we want. So I'm going to slow down a little bit just to see what that torpedo's doing.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Lumi says the advantage surface ships have is that they are on the surface and can literally just get off the ship. Well, yeah, if your advantage is abandoned ship, I'll give them that advantage. Because they're going to need it.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Yep. I mean, it is kind of nice. I thought about this a lot when I was in the Navy, to just be able to go outside and watch a sunset or the stars. The stars when you're at sea is really beautiful. There's so many of them. You don't do that too much whenever you're on subs, you know. All right. So what happened with that weapon is that it did see the decoy. They both did. That was a good decoy shot. But they weren't close enough to regain it after initial detection, which is why they're doing the circles. So that's why that's happening. You got to put that on a t-shirt? Yeah, okay. I might have to wordsmith it down to a phrase. Yeah. We do have a t-shirt shop. You guys asked for it, and you guys have bought a lot of t-shirts, so I appreciate that. We have tote bags and ball caps now. It's good. It's good stuff. I sell all that stuff for at cost too. It's not marked up at all. It's whatever I got to pay for the dumb hat is what you guys pay, plus shipping. Shipping is really where they get you. I don't like the shipping cost, but I don't control that. I have no control over it. Uh-oh, someone says, Spiff says, Aaron, we need to know, how do you determine depth of the adversary? Okay, so what we do is we care about 3 depths. We care if is it on the surface? Well, if it's a ship, it's on the surface. If it's not on the surface and it's submerged, we don't care if it's 100 feet, 200 feet. It's not like that. This is what people often don't understand. The only thing we care about of a submerged submarine, I guess, is it above the layer or below the layer? That's all we care about. It could be 1,000 feet below the layer. I don't care. Where's the layer, and is it on the up side or the bottom side? The way we determine that is by looking at the signal strength. This is one way of doing it. A cross-layer signal will never be this tight, this clear, unless it's a really weak layer. There's all sorts of caveats in this, but you could look at a signal in terms of strength as the guy's changing depth and watch it degrade on a real sonar system. The second way we do it is hull pops. Every time he changes depths, his hull is going to make a sound. And whenever you get to know a target, he'll make the same sound at 400 feet every single time. And there's nothing the crew can do about it. Happens to American subs too. So that's why whenever we go out on mission, we stay on mission for months. So we get to know the submarine intimately. That's our target. And hull pop, sound like this. He does it every time he crosses 600 feet. Going up, going down, doesn't matter. So if he did it last time going down, and we just heard him pop again at 600 feet, he must be coming up. So a lot of contextual clues as to what the depth is. You could also use, you wouldn't do this, but one of the tools we have is the sonar system on the sail. This one tells us right where he's at. Vertically, X, X marks the spot on that one. Because when you're looking for sea mines, you want to know where in the water column is the sea mine. Is it on the bottom like most of them are? Or is it hanging on a nylon rope that doesn't make any noise at 400 feet? So when you come racing along, you blow up. Yeah. But practically, that's not a way to find a sub. The truth is, the torpedo don't care what your depth is. AdCap, Mark 48, Mod 7. Does not matter what your depth is. And because torpedo don't care, we don't care. The only people who care about depth are people who don't understand naval warfare. All right, another submarine. Sonar contact is 168. There we go. 25.
On sonar, new contact.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
168. That's that way. He's off to our port side, folks.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 103.
Let's find out who he
Designated
is. Let's find
Con
out.
sonar new contact bearing 284, designated Sierra 3. Con sonar
Ooh,
Sierra
uh-oh.
1
Okay.
is classified as submerged
Hold up.
submarine.
Wait a minute. We actually have a decent submarine to fight this time. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the challenge we're about to have. I was getting a little lazy there. I think the game might have sensed that, and it's actually given us a significant adversary called the container ship MS.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
2 of them. Oh. Who's Sierra 3? No way.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified
got us surrounded,
as
boys.
merchant.
All right, so this Shang. This is the Type 93. Type 93 version 3 is the most modern one in real life, and it's pretty good. It's a nuclear boat, but Chinese learned a lot making versions 1 and 2, and it's pretty quiet and pretty capable. The weapons are not bad either, so we can't fool around too much with this one. Let's take a look at our layer depth. No layer again. So I'm going to go deep
Passing
Before-
100 feet.
before he's close enough to hear my hull pop. Oh, you're welcome for the answer. Absolutely. Torpedo knows where it is at all times. Very much like the missile. Right, yes. I wonder if it's natural circular reactor. The Type
Passing
93? No.
200 feet.
No. I'm trying to think of... I don't think China has one. They just launched the Type 95, but that's not big enough to be natural cert.
Passing 300
There's
feet.
for natural circulation, there's size limitations. So the first thing you'll want to do is look how big the submarine is in beam. And it's not wide enough for the natural circulation loop
Passing
to
400
fit inside the Shang hull. That's how I know it. I don't have to be an engineer. I don't have to be a spy. I don't have to look at satellite intelligence. I just look at the math, and I'm like, it's not wide enough.
feet. Passing
The Shang is
500
about
feet.
26 feet. It's like 9 meters. However, I don't know what the fuck a meter is. So it's about 27 feet, and it's just not big enough. So, no.
Passing 600 feet.
And that's more of a physics problem than an engineering problem. Yeah. Oh, wow, you just bought a Subaru. Good for you, sir.
Passing 700 feet.
A Subaru is a good car, man. Not everybody. A lot of people up here have the Subaru as their winter car because it's really good on the ice and the snow and off-road. Because if you don't control the ice and the snow very good, you're going to end up off-road and don't need that four-wheel drive to get back on the road again. Anyway, congrats, man. Getting a new car is always kind of nice, isn't it?
Passing 900 feet.
Matt G is illegal on this channel? What? Matt G is illegal on this channel. Cease less the FBI barge. Oh, math. Okay, he fat-fingered math. Okay. I was trying to figure out. I thought Matt G was a slang word for Subaru, and I was trying to put that together. That didn't fit at all. It's like my brain broke.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Tarpo, the armored penguin, broke me. Oh, the Shang. He's doing what we do. Stop copying me, Shang.
Come left.
At 2/3.
Make turns for
I'm
1.
gonna turn around and go the other way because he's going to the
knots.
east. Or
Maneuvering
west.
eye.
I'm gonna go east because he's going west.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Oh, and I see a ship. Oh, that's this guy. Okay. For a minute there, I thought the ship was between me and the Shang, which would have been nice, but not today. The Shang is like over here somewhere. Yeah. Welcome to the Boxster Club. Is that Subaru a Boxster? Mega says, well, isn't it like you look us to heat transfer
Con
and fluid
sonar,
flow
Sierra
classes
1
at
is
the Naval
classified as
Powers Training
submerged
Command.
submarine.
Oh,
Con, helm, steady course.
I know where that class was in Orlando back when they had the Orlando base. Yeah.
Come left to 095, helm I.
I hate it when people in chat are smarter than I am about things I don't know about, which is most of the time, to be fair.
Con, helm, steady course.
But sometimes it hits me across the head like a wet fish. Okay, so I'll just stop talking about nuclear everything because, yeah, not my strong suit. I'm good at many things, but not that. Yeah. I remember they tried to get me to take the nuke exam at MEPS because my SFAP score qualified for it or something, but I knew. I just graduated high school. I was like, I know I am not going to pass that test or do very well anyway. And the worst thing that could happen is I pass the test, I become a nuke as in volunteering for nuke school, and then I fail out of nuke school. Because do you know what failed nukes become? And some of you know this. They become A-gangers. And an A-ganger that goes to school to be an A-ganger is great. Nuke waste, people who fail out of nuke school and become mechanics, are some of the, I'll say, angriest people in the submarine force because they feel betrayed. Yeah.
Shoot 2-1. Aye,
And
sir.
the only reason why I knew not to take that test, this is a really interesting story, is the week before I went to MEPS. My friends in the apartment that I lived in, we lived in an apartment complex, they had a party every Friday or Saturday night, right? So this Saturday was, hey, it's Aaron's going away party. He's going to boot camp, going to be a sailor. And that was all the jokes and stuff. But they had brought two guys who were literally going through power school in Orlando. I was in Tampa, over for the party. It was like their one weekend at the end of training that they get off. And they used it to drink at the party I was at. So I got to meet two guys going through the school. And they told me horror stories about how difficult it was and people failing out. And even though people are going to school all day and staying well into the evening extra to try and learn it, you know, we're still being kicked out of the program. And I was like, well, what happens to them? They're like, we don't know. You know, it was like one of those things. But they're not nukes, and they're maybe not even on subs. They didn't know because they were still young too. And so I had that little warning in the back of my head when I got to the military entrance processing station, MEPS. Whenever they handed me the opportunity to take the nuke exam, I was like, no, I just got drunk with a bunch of guys that told me not to do that. Yeah. So not doing
sonar,
that.
Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Well, that's because he's a Han and he doesn't know any better. I thought he was a Shang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please don't hear my torpedo. I don't know why he's turning around. If I lose the wire right now, this container ship is going to give us a lot of tonnage. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of points if we lose the wire right now. Come on, wire. What is he doing? Why did he turn around and speed up? Oh, does he think he's going to run into this? That could be it. He might have just detected that ship and panicked a little bit. All right, so if he hears it now, he'll shoot that way. That should be fine. Did you go to MEPS in Tampa? I did. The MEPS entry station. It might have been in St. Petersburg, but you know, Tampa area.
Con sonar, Sierra, con sonar.
That's
Launch
where I entered the
transient
Navy.
From Sierra 1.
Is that where you were at? You were at AFO QT
Con
before
sonar,
I washed out.
noisemaker bearing
Okay.
188.
What's an AFO QT? I don't know that
Con,
one.
fire control. Weapon acquired.
This is El Guapo. Me and him went to the same MEP station, apparently. It's on Waters. It's in Tampa. Oh, you were there for an AFO QT. I'm sorry. I misread it the first two times I read it, which is, you know, part of the charm. That second torpedo is close enough to see us, so I got to be careful here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
Yeah, I was
1,
surprised at how many
8,
people
8.
washed out of MEPS, and it was probably for the best that they did, because if you can't pass the physical exam at MEPS,
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
uh-oh, you're probably not going to make it through boot camp, physically, right? You got to be able to do a push-up, and I was surprised how many people can't do a push-up. You don't got to do a lot. I think MEPS asked you
Con,
to do
fire
3.
control, weapon countermeasure.
It wasn't.
only.
It was more than 1, but it wasn't like 10. You know. Oh my God. How is this Han so good? Uh-oh. Where's he at?
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 191.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I think we got him on this one. I think we got him now, boys. You did 3 and now you're tired? Yeah.
Con sonar, lost contact.
And keep in mind, this is
01,
18-year-old
last bearing
people.
1,
Men and women.
90, contact
But they
breaking
should
up.
all be able to do a push-up. I know a pull-up's a lot harder. I was in sports in high school, so...
Come left to 0.
Uh-oh.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuver.
So I had some physical fitness. Wasn't much, but I had some.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing.
The biggest
1,
thing with me,
6,
and
9,
I-
contact faded.
I honestly don't know if I ever told this story, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's kind of lame. But in 1996, God, I think that's the year, 96 to 97. If you guys remember, I told you I stayed on my first boat until they basically kicked me off, right?
Con
And then
sonar, lost contact.
instead of going to
Sierra
shore
2,
duty, which
last
would have been
bearing
3 years
0,
before I saw a
5,
boat again,
7, contact faded.
I could go to school. They called it advanced sonar schools, only for some people, because everyone's failing out of the damn thing. You had to re-enlist for the school too. That's one way that they triaged who gets to go to the school and who doesn't. And each class is only like 8 people. So you got like 3 instructors and 8 students. It's very one-on-one intense. And it's a year long. And all you do in this sonar school, this will not surprise some of
sonar,
you.
lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 208, contact faded.
All you do is look at the sonargrams. The first half of the first 6 months, to be fair, is maintenance. Fixing a very complicated mainframe era sonar system, which I knew if I got through that, I'd be okay. But I got through the first 6
Con,
months,
maneuvering.
and I
Making
was
turns
number
for
2 in the
3
class.
knots.
I wasn't number 1. Me and the number 1 guy and me, we kept going back and forth. We would have an exam every week, a written exam, and a practical. So we would do the written exam, and then we would go into the lab where there's the actual sonar system, but for the schoolhouse, wasn't on a submarine. And they would break it by putting in a card that had a fault in the card, and we would have to identify it. And there's like dozens of these cabinets of cards. So you got to go to the sonar system, turn it on, and see what doesn't work, and then find the card that's broken. That's the process. And you had a time limit, and it was like 20, 30 minutes maybe. And if you went over time, you got graded on that. That was pretty tough. And while you're doing that, they're grading your exam that you finished. Anyway, and they did that every Friday. So every Friday, me and this other guy, I forget his name, he's a sonar tech, he's really smart. He was like number 1 for a while, and I'd worked my way up to number 2, and then we went back and forth. And then at the very end, I think he ended up being number 1. But it was only the first half of the school. We were at halftime, so we weren't picking orders. The second half was the grams, where we were there to 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, cutting grams over and over again, learning how submarines sounded with actual recordings, and then using it on a sonar system. It was more of a sonar trainer. It's kind of weird. But that's the school that I went to. It was really intense, and it was a year long. And if you graduated, you got to go back to another submarine instead of shore duty. So that was my fastest path to do back-to-back submarines. And so, but whenever we finished that second part, I was number 1. So, and why that's important not that I was number one for any reason other than this, is I got to pick the orders. The whole class, all 8 of us. I think one guy failed out, so it was 7 of us by the end. They cut us 7 orders. So the detailer, who's in Tennessee, emails down to the class, I have these 8 billets. Have your guys give me 8 names or 7 names. So the instructors come in
Room, tube 1 ready.
on the day that we're like going to graduate, and they write down the ports: San Diego, Groton, Norfolk, Kings Bay, Hawaii, Guam. You know, which one do you guys want to go to? And then they'll put next to that the boat name: USS Philadelphia, USS Maine, whichever ones. And that's when I selected that school was in Kings Bay, and I had bought a house there. So I was like, well, I kind of want to stay in the house that I'm paying a mortgage on, so I'm going to pick a Kings Bay billet, which that was my Ohio class. So that and then I did 5 years on the Ohio until they kicked me off of that one. They're like, you got to go to shore duty someday. I'd been in the Navy close to 12 years, no, 11. I'll say 11 years before I got to go to shore duty, because all I wanted to do is go back on a sub. And that's how my sea counter is really high too, higher than most. I think that's our fleet. I really want to get this fleet mission in again. We'll get another medal. Yeah. Did that sonar system use Unix? Oh man, back when we had the Yuck 7s, it was literally machine language 1 and 0s. But then we went to Q5. Q5 was a combination of mainframe, and then when Q5 had the Echo upgrade, we did go to a hexadecimal base. Instead of 1s and 0s, it was 0 through 15, which was a hexadecimal language. We're literally typing in machine code into the computers to turn the machine on. What you guys know is BIOS. You hit the power button on your computer and it runs BIOS. We used to have to manually input the BIOS commands. Yeah, to turn on the sonar system and the fire control too. That's how it worked. So I don't know what the hell you call that. I don't think it was Unix. It was machine language. I speak computer. All right, we're going to contact bearing 334. I think this is our mission, so let me focus here for just a second. Oh, yeah. Do you know what's working really well is this 5 torpedo attack. I'm doing it again. This will be the 3rd time today we try this tactic. And one thing I love about this game, I've been playing this game for 9 years. And this is the first time I've seen a tactic work consistently this well. So I'm going to bring them in to 15,000 yards. So I got a chance to classify them before they run me over. And they're to the north. They're off our port side. And we're going to do it again. We're going to run it back.
Con, sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
All right, rig ship for ultra quiet. Let's...
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 058. Designated Sierra 2.
I forget why I was telling you guys that story.
Con, sonar, new contact
Sorry,
bearing
yeah.
053.
I'm sure I had a point
Designated
somewhere in
Sierra
there.
3. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 055. Designated Sierra 4. Con, sonar, Sierra 2.
But that's how much money I had as a sailor
escort.
in, with 6 years in the Navy and a lot of sea time, is I had saved up
Con,
enough money to
sonar,
buy
Sierra
to put a down
5
payment
is
on a home.
classified as escort.
And then, oh yeah, then it was like a
Sonar, new
VA loan where I
contact
didn't need to,
bearing
but I did anyway.
017. Designated Sierra 7.
Yeah, a VA loan is very good. If you guys are veterans, take advantage of the VA loan if you're
Con,
looking for a
sonar,
home.
Sierra 4 is classified as escort.
Well, we found the fleet. Sierra 7 might be a oh, it's a whale. Might be a whale. It's either a whale or a trawler. It's not a warship, I know that. Well, it just went active, so maybe it was a warship. Okay. Yeah, we're going to cut that part out of the video, okay? Yep. Cut out the part where I said that whale just went active.
Con, sonar, Sierra 7.
That's a little note to the editor
classified as
there.
Submerged submarine.
Yeah, we might be getting into the big boy submarines now.
Con sonar.
This
Sierra
game just got
6
significantly
is
more
classified
difficult.
as escort.
And I'm here for it. I am totally here for it. So we don't want to do this attack from periscope depth. So let's go down. 10-degree down bubble. Let's get our weapons ready. I'll show that part to you as well. Active homing shallow. Even if there's a submarine in the fleet, I kind of don't care. I'm going to put all these looking for surface ships. If it sees a submarine, it will go after it, but it's looking near the
Passing
surface
100 feet.
until it runs across the sub. Okay. We are going to wreck this fleet. It's strung out in like a hot dog, so like if I put 5 weapons in that, it's going to be a mess. There's going to be a lot of
Passing 200 feet.
a lot of double taps, and I don't want that. This game is very much one shot, one kill when it comes to the Mark 48. Unless it's like a big carrier or something, but there's no carrier in here. Okay.
Passing
I was
300
I was
feet.
inputting the bootloader. Yeah. Is that the same as a BIOS? Is a BIOS different? I always imagined it to be like the BIOS. Do you think it's possible to go below 130 decibels on a 10,000 ton ship?
Passing 400 feet.
Yeah. Tonnage has not a lot of direct effect on noise, Mr. Noodle in a Cup. Just because something is big doesn't mean it's loud. Unless you're married to it. Gotcha. Guess I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. It's okay. The couch is warm. I got a blanket. Anyway. Put that on a t-shirt. If you knew raw ASM, you sound like a better programmer than me. Oh, I'm not a programmer at all. No. That's how we had to start the sonar computers. And it was a lot of ones and zeros. And then later on in my career, it was a lot of 1s through 15, 0 through 15. And that's how we did it until like 2000. Well, the trainers, the computer that runs the Q5 Echo sonar system, which became the Q10 version 3, version 2, well, and by implication version 1, I guess, had the same computer that started it, that ran it. I don't know if they do it today. I have no idea. But when did I retired in 2010. And that's how we did it in 2010. So it's not like this was like an odd thing. Now, okay, imagine this. We had 8-bit registers that were doing 010188 times, right? Over and over again on multiple different registers. Because one register needs to have a value for the second register to make any sense to the computer, right? So we had a panel of these things that were hitting the buttons on. The buttons would light up whenever you hit it, and then you hit the go button or the register button, which was a little toggle switch. So, but whenever we got to the hexadecimal system, one keypad push was the same as doing a 16-bit flip-flop register, because you're doing it with a hexadecimal system. So it was literally 16 times faster than binary, or I guess 8 times faster than binary. But yeah, in the end, we're still memorizing essentially machine code. And that was just part of the job. That wasn't special. Fire Control did it too. They had the same computers we had. Probably had the same ones in radio. I don't know. I wasn't allowed in radio. Well, this is interesting. Our fleet is strung out. So the way I have to attack this fleet is I have to have enable points short, and then enable points long. So we're going to do short range, long range. So, like my first shot here is going to be on Jammin' 1 at 9,000 yards. Yeah, oh no, if they would not detect the weapons, I would shoot the long ones first. But we're going to shoot the short ones first. So let's go 7,000 yards.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-5.
And then
Aye,
wave
sir.
2 is going to be 10,000 yards.
Aye, sir. Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
I'm going to put one right down the middle at about 15,000 yards.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
So I couldn't separate this attack in bearing at all because of the situation we're in. So I had to separate it in range so they didn't all hit the same two ships in the very front. I'm keeping the wires as long as I can because I may want to adjust these ranges for one. And then also, if I can peel the ones on the edge wider, I will. Because right now, I'm going to sink two ships with this if they all enabled at the same time. Like Sierra 1 and Sierra 4 are toast for sure. Yeah. Have I considered playing U-Boat? Yeah, I have U-Boat. I do play it. I don't stream it, but I play it. That's the same with Command Modern Naval Operations. I play that game on my off time. When I'm not tired of playing video games, you know. Hey, Nightcrawler's here. How's it going? Speaking of appointments, I have an appointment on Friday. Wow, that's in 2 days. Holy shit. I have an appointment on Friday and an appointment on Wednesday. Our 2 streaming days. So, right now let's plan for no stream on Friday. And if I can, I will. But let's just plan that I'm not going to be back on Friday. And then next Wednesday, I know that I can't stream on Wednesday. So, whenever that happens, I do try to stream on the weekend or have a makeup day somewhere in there. But I have to record a lot of tutorials. People are beating down my door in the YouTube comments for Modern Naval Warfare sonar tutorial. So I'm going to spend some time doing that, and then I got to edit it, which takes longer. So probably not going to see me for a week unless I can wedge time to do a stream this weekend or like on a Monday or some weird day. What I want to get into, my next stream, whenever that's going to be, Modern Naval Warfare, the actual campaign, not the tutorial campaign. We're going to start going through that. And we'll see how far we get. We will see. I should stream U-Boat. You're not my dad. You might be my dad. Are you my dad? Rick might be my dad. I didn't know my dad. He ignored me. And my mom didn't hug me. So I joined the Navy. Some kid, I'm not your dad. I swear to God. Stop calling child services on me. I'm not your dad. I'm just joking. I'm not sure where that joke came from. What do we got here? I ordered food the other day, and I thought it made me sick. I don't know what's going on with fast food, but fast food quality has gone so downhill. It's gotten to the point to where it's a roll of the dice. If you're gonna throw up or feel sick, maybe not throw up after you eat it. And I don't know if that's just my local fast food restaurants or the fact that I just don't eat fast food anymore. So when I do, it feels terrible. But I had fast food for the first time in a long time yesterday, and oof, that was tough, man. So my question is, the reason why I bring it up, is fast food quality worse now than it was, say, 10 years ago? Those of you that are old enough to know. Or is it always been bad and I'm just now realizing it? Yeah, Gordon Greaseman, Sea Daddy. Sea Daddies were a thing. I had a Sea Daddy when I was a nub. And all he did was tell me to get qualified over and over again. So he wasn't very good, but at least he showed up, unlike my real dad. And then I was a Sea Dad for every ship or submarine I was on. I always took the junior guys under my wing because I knew how to do the maintenance. I'd gone to that fancy maintenance school that most people don't get to go to. I was teaching everybody who would listen how to fix the sonar system so that when it broke, they didn't wake me up. I wanted to sleep when I wasn't on watch. I slept a lot. Yeah. I would get off watch. We would eat and clean for an hour. Not fun. I would go work out because I had all this energy. I'm a bit of a spaz. And I needed to work that crap out of my system, right? So I'd go work out, shower, maybe twice, and then go to bed. And then sleep. And if at any point in time the sonar system broke, guess who's getting woke up? Yeah. So I was teaching everybody how to fix the sonar system. Oh, someone answered my question. Vice says getting an upset stomach from fast food was easier to accept when the meal was $7 instead of $17. I know, I was surprised. I ordered a hamburger, and it was DoorDash, so the price is always high, but it was like $10 for the hamburger. It might have been a meal, but whatever, $10. I was like, what the hell, dude? It's expensive. And then you got the delivery fee, which I didn't pay because I got the membership thing, but I did have to give the driver a tip, of course. I'm not going to have a driver deliver me food and I not tip him. That's that's disrespectful. These guys might have been a lot farther away than 15,000 yards. Nader says fast food prices are going up, quality's going down. Yeah, eating weight. Yeah, I've had fast food this week. I won't eat it again. I am trying to lose weight on a diet. I'm just not doing very good at it. You know, I was good for a while, but then winter came, and I stopped going outside because it was cold. It's funny how I stopped losing weight as soon as I stopped doing that. But it's warm again, so I got to go outside now and get back on my exercises. I walk around the lake now, which is really, I can't make it all the way around. It's a big-ass lake. But I have to walk around, and then I walk back to my car. I'll take my doggo with me.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Hey, Shandu! All right, so this enable point is good because Shandu is like right about here. Nader says, I don't have much choice with storm chasing. Oh, are you a storm chaser? I got so addicted to watching storm chasers on YouTube last fall. Yeah, I might subscribe to your channel. I don't know. I probably am.
Con, fire control,
storm
weapon acquired.
chasing. Have a grab those quick. Yeah, quick road lunches. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to make sure. Let me write your name down. I'm probably subscribed to your channel. If not, I will be by the end of the day. I do love, that's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, is watching you guys chase those storms. I tried to convince my wife to storm chase with me. I was like, let's buy a camera, make a YouTube channel, and storm chase. She shot that down. She's like, no, you get back on the camera, old man, and make money. I was like, sorry. Okay. Nader Hunter. Oh, that's what the Nader stands for. Gotcha. 21. Okay. I don't want to subscribe to Nader Hunter 19 because he's not as good. We all know that. That's how numbers work. Can we turn him? We turn him. Yeah, that CR3's toast. So.
Con sonar
See
lost
ya.
contact. Sierra.
Let's
3,
get on tube
west
4.
bearing 0, 4, 1. Contact breaking up.
Tube. Hello, tube 4? Why is tube 4 not doing anything? Oh, it's because it's right there. All right. This is why I'm glad I kept the wires. What happened here? Did I miss any kind of subscriptions? Yes, Army Junior. Thank you for subscribing an hour ago. We also had a hype train that I completely missed. I must have been like on one of my rants. Somkid. That's funny though. I like it. Automod said no. Automod's right.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
That's right. New York City Vice. Oh wait, where's New York City Vice? What did he say? Yeah, Automod. Oh, Normal Guy's still here. He says, hey, Jive, should Canada buy South Korean subs? I think so. The K3 is really good, and it's cheap. And the people that build the K3 submarine just bought Philadelphia Shipyard. It would be a very short delivery time, right up the coast of Halifax.
Con,
Yeah,
fire
if
control,
Canada's
weapon
not looking
acquired.
at the K3, they're missing out on an opportunity. I know Germany wants to sell them submarines, Germany's having all sorts of issues
Con,
with its
fire
military
control,
industry,
weapon
just like
countermeasure
America
homing.
is. Do you know whose industry is clicking on all cylinders to the point they're actually expanding because they have so many customers?
Con sonar. Noisemaker.
South
bearing
Korea.
037.
South Korea is making so much money they literally bought Philadelphia. That's an American city on the coast. That's where we signed
Con,
our
fire
Declaration of
control,
Independence.
weapon countermeasure
It belongs to
homing.
Korea now. And that's where they're going to make submarines eventually. That shipyard
Con,
that's
fire
there has
control,
been
weapon
closed down
acquired.
for a long time. So they have to do a lot of work to get that shipyard
sonar,
working again.
Sierra Boar is classified as merchant.
But eventually that shipyard's going to be amazing. I met those people. I met the CEO and the public affairs officer, and they were both very nice. The CEO was hitting on my wife, which I thought was
Con,
hilarious.
fire control, weapon
Oh
acquired.
my God, I was like, everybody was drunk, so it was okay. It
Con,
was,
fire control.
Con
Yeah.
sonar. Noisemaker.
I was like-
bearing
I was like, baby, you still
037.
got it. That millionaire wants to bang you in the hotel room tonight. And she was like, I'm not
Con,
banging
fire
him.
control, weapon.
Con sonar. Noisemaker. bearing 0.
I was like, listen.
7.
I'm
Con
just saying,
sonar. Sierra 2 is classified
there's an opportunity
as
here
escort.
somewhere.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
She didn't think that was funny at all. I'm sure she was flattered. She just didn't want to be seen as something she's not, you know. Good Lord, I feel like I'm drawing some kind of weird.
Con sonar lost contact.
Rorschach painting here
Sierra
with my
1,
torpedoes.
Last bearing 037. Contact breaking up.
It's like a kaleidoscope of weapons. Korea has good shipbuilding program. They do. They absolutely do. And I don't know when the Philadelphia shipyard's going to come online. I tried to get that type of stuff out of them, but we were at a award ceremony that was very festive because everybody was just drunk, which was fun. It was the reason for the party. So they didn't want to talk too much about shipyard. They wanted to just drink and hit on my wife. Hilarious.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. last
Everybody's
bearing,
going
0,
down
5,
tonight,
6.
including
Contact breaking up.
Mr. Yu Ting here. Let's go ahead and start reloading some missiles for the rest of the cowards running away. I will get you, cowards. Oh, I get to finally get rid of these Tomahawk anti-ship missiles I've been carrying around since the beginning. Finally going to fire our last one. I told my wife, I said it would probably be a bad idea to ever watch one of my streams because she wouldn't recognize her husband. I don't act like this in real life. This is performative. A little bit of truth in it, but also performative. Yeah. I do want to start streaming to Facebook, but I'm not going to do it to my personal page. I'm going to do it to like a professional page.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing.
A lot of the
0,
sub-sim
4,
communities,
4.
those guys are on
Contact breaking
Facebook
up.
a lot. So I definitely, you know, have a heck of an audience, I think, on YouTube or on Facebook.
Come left to 090. Helm I.
All right, we're going to go ahead flank.
Make turns for 3.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Losers.
Come left to 051. Helm I.
All right, so while we're waiting on the rest of our torpedo tubes to load, you see them right there, we're going to not let them get any farther away so we can shoot missiles at them.
Con, helm, steady course.
One shot, one kill. Yeah, that was one shot. Yep, 5 torpedoes, 5 kills. I'm telling you, this 5 torpedo tactic for a fleet is working in this game, and it's taken me 9 years to try it. I don't know why it took me so long. What I used to do, and this would drive Kermie crazy, and a few other
Con,
of
torpedo
our...
room, tube 2 ready.
I would go up to periscope depth, I would turn the radar on, which is nuts, and then I would just shoot all the missiles at and just see how many I got. And it was never 5. I would be lucky if it was 2, and sometimes 3. But this works much more effectively. Yeah, Anthony, if you enjoy playing Dangerous Waters, man, knock yourself out. Think of all the money you're saving, too. Like, you don't have to buy another video game. You've got the one you like. He says he tried Modern Naval Warfare
Con,
with the bugs.
torpedo
Yeah.
room, tube 4 ready.
Yeah, the Modern Naval Warfare game, it's going to be great. There's no doubt in my mind that is going to be the staple of modern naval simulation. It will be there. I just don't know how long it's going to take to get there. And I'm not going to predict it. I have no idea. But at least the process has started. You can't finish the race if you don't start the race. The race has begun. Now let's get to the finish line. All right, we've got almost all of our missiles loaded.
4, feet, dive I.
So I'm going to start coming up to periscope depth here. A K3 is visiting Victoria right now. Okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5
Yeah,
ready.
it's probably a sales pitch as well as a goodwill tour. And if you can get a tour on it, man, do it. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity right there. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
I tried to get a tour of the naval shipyard we have up here on the Great Lakes where I live, and they straight up ignored me. They were like, not only no, but we're not even going to bother telling you no. And then 3 months after they ignored my email, they invited another YouTuber up there to do a dedicated video of their facility. And I was like, oh,
Con, torpedo
they
room,
don't
tube
like
6
me.
ready.
They must have watched one of my YouTube videos. Right, I must have said something bad about their shipyard, which I don't think I did, but
Con, dive at 4, feet, dive I.
all right, now we're gonna let's raise the periscope, see if we can see anybody. We're looking bearing.
Maneuvering, making turns
004.
5 knots.
Let's turn on night vision if we can find it. There it is. Oh, there he is. Oh, you're on fire. That's why the smoke's there. Well, we have a sonar contact bearing 004. Okay.
Downscope.
Oh, hold on. Master 7 is close. North.
Upscope.
Obviously not a Sierra. So let's figure out who he is. It's Mr. Moon. Oh, there he is.
Con sonar, master 7 is
Downscope.
Oh, cargo ship. So there's one guy that got away. This was an interesting fleet. Did they only have 2 landing craft?
Raise the radar mast.
I'm going to raise the radar mast just to verify there's only one more ship remaining.
Con sonar, master
And it's a
6
landing
is
craft.
classified as emergent.
Well, you know what that means? Is I still have 1 Tomahawk left that I can't get rid of. Oh, well.
Lower the radar mast. Make depth 450 feet, dive I.
All right, what do you say we watch the Tomahawk kill and call it a day? I got a lot of editing and recording to do today after this. But you guys will get your Modern Naval Warfare tutorials this week. I'm going to start them right now. And I'll make sure I publish them as soon as I can. We got the smoke on the horizon there. Oh. We already did the war crime. The whale died earlier in the game. I thought you were here for that, Somkin. You might not have been. But yeah, we already had 1 dead whale. Krusty Krab got his delivery. So we can make patty cakes. We'll see if we get another medal after this one. We got Bronze Star and something else, like a NAM or something small. I could double tap it. That's true, I could. Yeah. It's talking about, it's a 1,000-pound warhead. It's big enough, yeah.
Master 6, last bearing.
It does a good job.
0, contact breaking up.
It does a really good job. Who's a smoking wreck now, Mr. 835? It says 835 right there. Oh, who's not getting their food supplies now? All right, let's see what the Admiral says besides good job. Yeah, we got a medal. Ah, that's the one I was talking about last stream. That's the highest rank that that's the highest medal I actually got in real life. Yep. There's a lot of enlisted men that get the next one above this one, but I wasn't. I was never a big medal, get all the medal guys, you know. These are points towards promotion, so it is important if you're in the military to get these. But I just wanted to go back on mission. I could care less about everything else. I just wanted that adrenaline hit again. That's what I wanted. All right, I'll leave you guys with that. I have a lot of work to do, and you guys will be seeing a lot of videos coming out of all three of my channels, Sonar and Steel, for the live streams whenever I can do them again. All of the edited videos will be on Jive Turkey Live. The link's in the description. Please subscribe over there. That's where most of the videos are now. And then Sub Brief. If I do get the lecture for the next Sub Brief this weekend, I'll start working on that one as well. So all three channels, the Patreon, everybody's going to be getting videos. And we can bring out May successfully. I'll see you guys in June. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you on the Discord, too. I'm always on the Discord. If you ever want to ask me a question, meet me over there. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.